Dreaming of seeing your team draft their next superstar? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Witness unforgettable moments and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't miss out. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people? Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's going on?
What's happening?
You guys gave me the keys to the car today.
Yeah, you like that?
It's weird.
Oh, usually you're in this chair.
I'm usually in that seat. Yeah, ball comes off the bat differently over here.
It does.
It does. What's up, everyone? Marcus Grant, Ramona Shelburne, in for Mason in Ireland. It's good to see you, Momo.
Yeah, we've never done a show together.
We've never done a show together.
I heard your voice. I didn't actually know what you look like in person until I walked in the door.
Well, very cool.
Yeah, so now I do.
Is that
Surprise.
real? Like you did not know what Marcus looked like? You never watched the Blue Review? He's on the Blue Review 5 days a week.
It's a little early for me.
I mean,
I got stuff in the morning. I got kids to get out to school. I got to work out. You see, you're not in the accountability group.
Yeah, I hear there's an accountability text chain where
Parker's in that. Parker's in the group.
Parker Poo is sending.
Don't you want to be in the
selfies.
group where you see sweaty selfies of us?
Nah, I'm good.
Every morning, sweaty selfies. She wakes me up now at 6:45 every morning.
That seems unpleasant.
Yeah.
Right.
Laura's in the
thank
group.
You. Laura's in the group. I know Parker is. I know Mace and DeMarco.
So how do you
and
not have
DeAndre.
FOMO? Like everybody else would have. I had FOMO when I was like, I want to be in the group.
You know what that feels like to me? Way too many text messages. I don't want that many. I don't know about you, Marcus, but I don't want that many text messages.
I mean, you can just like mute the chain if you want.
Okay, now, okay, yes, you would think so, but then you still get the red dot, and I am very, very anti-red dot.
What's red dot?
Is this an iPhone
red?
thing or something?
Yeah, you have an iPhone. You know,
I don't.
Right now, I have two
iPhone
text messages on there. There's 2 text messages. There's a red dot that says I have 2 text messages. If it says 15 or 20, I'm going to be upset. That's way too many.
Okay, so so on my WhatsApp, I have 5 unread messages. On my Costco app, it looks like I have 8 things that I need to look. My Gmail, ooh, that's a lot.
No,
Yeah.
136,000.
So wait, is that like your?
That doesn't bother me. I don't care.
That I can sort of like. I'm good about clearing out my Gmail messages and my text messages. This is going to be an old person thing, but like we still have a DVR at the house.
I do too.
And
Really?
so I don't really record anything on the DVR.
I do.
But my wife does, and but she won't delete things, and so
it fills
the
up.
The little bars at like 96%.
Yeah, you
or
gotta
whatever,
delete things.
and that sort of gives me anxiety. A little bit.
I get that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Sometimes I have like old shows that I was on taped.
Okay.
And then I feel kind of weird deleting them from like 6 years ago. I'm like, but what if one day I want to go back and watch that? But then you get rid of the cable box and it goes anyway.
Right.
It's not in your cloud.
We also have like weird, I'll look through every now and then just to clear stuff. And I'm like, why do we have the Golden Globes from 2 years ago? Like, why is this still here?
We don't need to.
We don't need
that.
this.
And if you wanted to, it would be on YouTube.
Right. Like, we can delete that.
Yeah, delete it.
That's all.
Just do it.
Yeah. I'll just
Don't even tell her. Just do
Here's
it.
the thing, again, it's from 2 years ago. She's not going to notice at this point.
She might.
She might. She really might. One thing we all noticed, LeBron James last night, having himself a LeBron James kind of day.
And Austin Reeves. Goodness.
Yeah. After the game, though, talking with Mike Trudell, LeBron was asked about Luka and integrating him into this team and had some interesting things to say about it. Kind of want to get your thoughts, Momo, about what it was LeBron had to say, what this means, whether or not there are some things that we should read between the lines with. Do we have it right now? Can we play that?
No, it's essentially what he summarize a little while we get it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was watching the post game, and LeBron looked like, I don't know where he got that energy from, but he had some energy at the end of the game. And then afterwards, Mike was asking him about, how important this win was, and they obviously played without Luka last night and Jared Vanderbilt, and he was saying that, it's important for us. Okay, let's just let LeBron say it rather than me.
As you move forward here now, reintegrating Luka starting in the next game.
It's not just next game. It's going to be a process for us for the rest of the season, obviously. As we continue to learn, what we want to do offensively, defensively, our system, our calls, our cadence. And then we got to also, figure out, and learn from him as well, because he's such a great, unbelievable talent. And, we need to be able to play with him just as much as he need to play with us, offensively, defensively, and all facets of the ball. So every day, every game, every practice, every shoot-around, every film session, we got to continue to get better and better and integrating our new parts. But he's definitely priority number one.
Go get some more sleep.
I appreciate it, yeah.
Definitely priority number one.
So
I thought
is there more than meets the eye on this?
I thought that was a very honest interview from LeBron James. I don't think there was a whole lot of shade being thrown. I thought that was just honest, which is, this isn't going to be seamless. This isn't going to be like, oh, you're a basketball genius, I'm a basketball genius, like, let's go. This is like the game against Charlotte. I thought Luka did a lot of standing around in the corner while LeBron and Austin Reeves, before he got kicked out, were doing a lot of ball handling and creating, and then they would kind of trade off a bit. But it's not a seamless fit anyway. They have 30 games to do it on the fly when you don't have a lot of practices, shoot-arounds, etc. The games are really important, so there's no, I'm going to load manage and make sure I'm healthy. I'm going to let my foot heal up right now after the All-Star game. Remember, last year he sat out a week after the All-Star game. And I thought when he said that, like, we're not going to, like, he has to integrate with what we're doing. Like, remember, the Lakers had been playing really well before that trade. Even with Anthony Davis hurt, they had one of the best defenses in the NBA. Yeah. And I thought the high water mark of their season was that win in New York, even without Anthony Davis. They played great defense in that game. Yeah. Some of that was Max Christie on the ball. Some of that was just the scheme they were running. They looked like they were in lockstep with their schemes, with how they wanted to play. Everything LeBron just said, their calls, their cadence, their way they're everything they're running. And then, let's trade AD and trade our best defensive player. And there's two best defensive players, and then integrate Luka, who is a liability on defense and works really well on offense when he has the ball in his hands, but hasn't really played off the ball very often in his career. So this is a big thing. And how much standing in the corner is Luka going to tolerate? How much? Charlotte in the game. I mean, all those guys were just blowing by him defensively.
Right.
How much do the Lakers look at him saying, like, can we have you in the game if people are going to drive by you like that? Like, their defense had been pretty good before he came and joined the team.
Right, but that has to be a thing that they know going in. Obviously, when you make the deal for Luka, you understand that that's part of it. I will say that also, you mentioned LeBron playing last night, where they weren't sure if he was going to play that first game back after the All-Star break, and then he was questionable going into last night with a foot issue, a game-time decision. That in and of itself felt like a statement to Luka for me as well, that, hey, look, I'm 40, my foot's hurt, it's the second night of a back-to-back. Yeah. Not only am I playing, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to give you 40 points. That to me felt like, this is how we do things here, and you better be ready to get on board with that.
Yeah, and I thought, this was LeBron. I mean, listen, he has a tremendous amount of respect for Luka, obviously. Mm-hmm. He has done nothing. He let Luka come out last in the introductions. He understands his place in the universe, how good Luka is. I think he's the one who called him Luka Magic. Was he the one who named him that a few All-Star games ago, the All-Star draft, right? Clearly he understands how good Luka is, but he also is like, this is my team. This is how we do things around here. This is how we play. You're going to have to fit into what we do. We'll incorporate you. We'll try to make you look good, but you got to fit into what we do because we were good before you got here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the interesting. One thing I mentioned yesterday with Clinton Yates here is that it feels like Luka is pressing to have that big moment right now. Like he wants to show the fans, especially I think at home, like, who he is and show them that Luka magic. And it feels like he's sort of pressing. Like when I watch him, it's forcing passes, it's trying to hit the big shot. And I think it's going to come. I'm not worried about it. But it does feel like he's still trying to figure out what his place is with this team and with this organization right now.
Yeah, I mean, you went from a franchise that was built around you. Yeah. The whole team is built around you, for you, by you, and everyone is there to serve. Like in the same way the Lakers are built for LeBron James. They're built to showcase LeBron, and everyone around him has to fit into that universe, has to fit into the, he's the sun, they're the planets.
Right.
Okay. And so I think it's awkward when you got two suns now, right? Like this is a strange new world.
Works in Star Wars, but not anywhere else. That's it.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be a learning process, but so far they're both playing nice. I haven't heard Luka complain about anything. Mm-hmm. His post-game comments have been fine. He's not salty about not getting the ball or not having the ball enough. But one thing I saw watching that game was this is the team that had won 10 of 12 heading into the break last night.
Yeah.
The team against Charlotte was the one that's trying to integrate Luka.
Yeah. What was it? They lost 2 of their first 3 with Luka on the roster.
Which is to be expected. This is what happens when you make a major in-season trade.
Right.
But the longer that streak goes on, because you would think both LeBron and Luka would play against Denver. Mm-hmm. That's the big game on Saturday night. If anyone sits, it's probably LeBron because he played the first 2. But I think if this was not just based on reporting wise, I think if this wasn't a time when they were integrating Luka, LeBron would have probably sat out these 2 games.
Yeah.
To rest his foot. Mm-hmm. Get healthy for their home stretch.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's going to be obviously the big thing is trying to get all these pieces together, get them to work together. I know Dan Wojcicki reporting that they expect that he's going to play in back-to-backs going forward, that he being Luka playing in back-to-backs going forward. I know they've been trying to sort of work him in. I mean, he missed 22 games?
Look, he looks like he's. I mean, it's unfair to judge him by how he's looked in these first few games because he missed so much time. Like you have to play your way back into shape, and when you have a calf injury, it's almost only so much conditioning you can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, and I know that we talked yesterday about sort of what the future means. Right now, it's just about the present, and it's about what this team can do, how they get themselves together. We're going to figure out how long it takes. I mean, the clock is ticking on the regular season, getting ready for the postseason. How long will it take for this team to get together? We will dive into that. Coming up next, Mason and Ireland, Marcas and Momo in for the guys, 710 ESPN.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Luka Doncic joining forces with the Los Angeles Lakers is a seismic event in NBA history.
The home of Luka and the Lakers, the ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network. Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Purchase a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC for just 2.49% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Visit us today at Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or online at CardenAlleywayHyundai.com. On approved credit, 0 security deposit. 60 payments of $17.74 per $1,000 financed. Expires March 3rd, 2025. The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Hey, it's Mace. As LA deals with tragedy, our friend Jacob Imrani has a special message for you.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Imrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob. Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people? Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer
Yes,
that question.
you're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
ESPN LA, the Lakers, and BBGO teaming up to find the Lakers GOAT, greatest fan of all time. Are you the GOAT? If so, you can win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BBGO. If this is you, go to LakersGoat.com, LakersGFOAT.com to learn how to submit your entry.
I'm so glad you said that.
Okay.
The GOAT, because I was really worried about how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Even though it had pronunciation guide on it, I was like, I'm gonna mess that up.
It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue,
Yeah.
GOAT. It seems like a great. Here's the thing.
It's
All
like
the
the
things-
GOAT. It's like the greatest fan of all time.
Greatest
I get
fan
it.
of all time.
Yeah, I
right?
get it.
But like, of all the things you can win in this,
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a lot. Like, you can get a pair of courtside tickets to a Laker game.
Pretty good.
2 nights hotel stay for 2. Tour of the studio, meet Mason and Ireland. Tour of the Lakers practice facility. The best thing on here is the 1-year supply of BBGO products.
I know, it's good stuff.
That's good stuff. 100%.
You can eat that every day.
Every single day. I have to buy a separate freezer just to make sure I have room for it.
I would buy a full freeze, like one of those big ones that
Oh, yeah.
you
You
fit
put
a
that on the
body
garage.
in.
Yeah.
You know,
Why is that where you went?
I don't know, because like it's a Fargo, they always put it in the body and the thing
Wow.
there. But and Dexter, they did that too. So
Greg, well, you know what you watching now.
Don't upset Greg. That's the moral of the
This
story.
is why you don't want to fight. Cappy doesn't want to fight me because I got that a little bit of anger behind me.
You do.
But,
I can see that.
and most people can.
All right.
But I fill it all up with BBGO.
All right, so the note here is to get along with Greg. Speaking of getting along, talking about the Lakers here and win last night over the Blazers. Can we call it a big win? I know,
Yes.
Greg, you don't think it's a
Greg
big win.
was like poo-poo. I was talking to you on the drive-in, and you were like, "Oh, the Blazers are terrible." I'm like, "They won 10 of 13."
Yeah, like
And
I'm not
they
gonna
were
be-
rested. They were rested coming out of the break. The Lakers were on the second night of a back-to-back.
If we're expecting this team to go and do something in the playoffs, having a tough time against Utah, having a tough time against Charlotte, and having a tough time against Portland doesn't bode well for the future, is all I'm saying. I know they have to get everybody up all together. It's going to take time, like 20 games, whatever it happens to be. That's fine. But I'm not going to be excited over a win over Portland.
That's a pretty good team right now. They got young players who are playing hard. That Tamani Kamara, he's a great defensive player. I thought he was going to give them. He had 5 steals last night. That guy.
Are we going to really glaze over the Portland Trailblazers?
Why not?
I'm
I
just
think it's a
not
big- I think that's
there.
a good young team that's dangerous, playing hard. And the second night of a back-to-back, that was scheduled. That was like a scheduled loss, and they went up there and got it done.
Well, and I think a big
They
part of
lost
this too,
4 in a row
because
before
I think you saw it with Portland. I think you saw it with Charlotte. Is that the Lakers are still going to get a lot of teams' best shots at this point too. I mean, Luka didn't play last night, but when you see LeBron and Luka show up on the same court, folks are going to show up and kind of play them.
Let's put it this way. How much different do you feel to this morning with the Lakers winning that game than you would have felt if they lost and had a 3-game losing streak to Utah, Charlotte, and Portland?
Yeah.
Way different.
Yeah, you'd have been a mess. Absolutely. But it does beg the question, right? Because there are fewer than 30 games left in the regular season before we get to the playoffs. How long do you expect it takes this team to sort of gel? And how long do they really have? I mean, I don't think you want to still be working out the kinks when you hit the first round of the playoffs.
I think they have exactly till the end of the regular season, because this is about how long you need to learn how to play together. That's how. I thought they really had hit their stride in terms of the schemes that JJ was running right at the All-Star break. That's 2/3 of the way through the season. 2/3. So now you throw a giant curveball in here.
Right.
And they got to integrate Luka Doncic. And I think they were still integrating like Dorian Finney-Smith, although he's been a great fit recently. He had a great game last night. But I thought they're still making that stuff work. But you took out 2 great defensive players. So now they have to readjust their scheme. And in a lot of ways, adjust their scheme to cover up for Luka. And sometimes you got to cover for LeBron. He's not what he used to be defensively, but
right.
he still knows what he's supposed to do. He's just a matter of, does he have the energy to compete on that side of the court as
Right.
much. But also then you have to figure out, how do you get LeBron and Luka to play together? Can they play together? Like, do you stagger their minutes? So far they've been putting them out there together because I think it's just trial by fire. The only way to figure it out is in games. You don't have enough practices now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's sort of the thing, is trying to figure out how it does. Greg made the point, too, before the show. Like, I even said it just now. Like, you go back to 2011, right? LeBron gets down to Miami. Dwayne Wade's there. Chris Bosh is there. Everybody expects them to set the world on fire. They were 9-8 after their first 17 games. It took them a while to finally get going here, and you wonder whether or not there's a lot of that sort of involved in all this. And as you mentioned, you don't get the ramp-up time. Like, you have to go
they
now.
gotta figure it out.
And they got a really tough schedule coming up, too.
I think they always have a tough schedule in the second half of the year because the networks save all the marquee games for after the Super Bowl. And I think with I think LeBron and Austin Reeves have figured out how to complement each other. Like I think Austin's played some of the best basketball he's ever played lately. He had that one game when neither LeBron or Luka played, and he had a career game.
Yeah.
I thought they lost the Charlotte game because he got kicked out. Like, they needed him. He in a lot of ways has been the guy bringing the ball up. He's been the one initiating the offense. When it's not LeBron, it is Austin Reeves. And so now you have 3 ball handlers, 3 creators, 3 playmakers. Luka has played with a guy like that in Kyrie Irving, but it took a little time.
Yeah.
It took some time. And so, I don't know. I think they have enough time to figure something out. Obviously, playoff basketball is going to be different anyway because it's more of a half-court game. But that's why it's important to play every game, especially for a guy like LeBron who should be resting at this time of year. This is the time when he should be getting his rest.
Right.
But he's not going to be able to. And Luka, coming off an injury, he's just going to have to play his way back into shape.
So right now, Lakers sitting in the 5 seed. They are half a game back of the Rockets for the 4. Do you feel like they're more likely to maybe gain ground, lose ground, stay right where they are at this point?
I think they stay right where they are. I mean, look, Denver had won a lot of games before going into the break. They started getting hot. Houston fell off a little bit. I think Memphis is probably going to stay right where they are. They didn't do anything unless they have an injury or something. They didn't do anything to improve the team at the deadline as much. They traded Marcus Smart away. So nobody around them really made any big moves that are going to impact the standings like that. The Clippers, I thought they made a nice trade. But they'll probably stay right about where they are. Their biggest acquisition is just getting Kawhi back in the fold. So I think everybody kind of stays in the spots where they are unless somebody gets hot. And the team I think it could get hot is Golden State. Jimmy Butler's I think he's going to get them up the standings a little bit. I don't know if they have enough time to get.
I don't know if they get out of the playoff. I don't think. I think they still are in the play-in round at this point. But the question is, look,
if you're the Lakers, you just got to stay right where you are.
Yeah.
Right in that. Right. Don't fall below 5.
No, I think that's a good spot for them, and I'm with you. I think that they probably just hang there because I think the next few weeks are it's trial and error a little bit. It's just experimentation. It's trying to figure out what rotations work, who's going to be the primary ball handler, how they sort of make that thing. And I think more importantly, defensively, how do they get it done? Because it feels like the goal is let's just try to score as much as we can because we know we're going to have a guy that's going to get attacked nightly late in games, being Luka. So there may have to be games we just outscore our opponents straight up.
Luka has gotten better defensively if he's playing within a system. He's sort of like one of those opportunities. He gets a lot of steals, a lot of deflections. He can play sort of positional defense. You don't want him in a matchup where he's got LaMelo, he's trying to defend LaMelo Ball.
Right.
That was not a good look for him.
Right.
That's when he's going to lose most times. But I thought, you could hide him on defense. Just it's in Dallas. Sometimes he played like on the back line even. Like you don't put him on the perimeter even because he can't chase guys around like that. You need it. He's big enough that he can play in the post.
But also, you don't necessarily want him chasing guys around because you need him on the offensive end. You don't need him, gassed because he's trying to follow LaMelo Ball around or something.
But this all has to come through trial and error scheme. So, I think they are going to lose some weird games. They're going to lose some games where people are hunting Luka. They're going to lose some games because their defense had been so good that you just took out 2 of the best defensive players and replaced them with a not so great defensive player.
Right.
And even though his offense will come, it's not 1 for 1 there.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not worried about Luka in the long term, at least individually. I'm curious how he sort of fits in with this organization and how long it takes them to get going just in time for the postseason. Have you watched Court of Gold?
I watched the first episode, yeah.
Yeah.
I
watched the first
episode
two.
and a little bit of two.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I gotta go to bed. But it was great.
It looks amazing, right?
Yeah, I'm into it.
I'm very much into Kevin Durant as a character.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously we know him as a basketball player. The character of Kevin Durant, I think, is hilarious. Greg, I don't know if you've seen any of this.
I haven't watched any of it yet, no, but it
It's
sounds
good.
like it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Well, a couple things you noticed right off the bat. LeBron, I don't think talked for it. Like he's in the show, but they don't have any interviews with him, so maybe he didn't participate. But I thought Steph participated. They show a lot of Anthony Edwards, and they show a lot of like Steve Kerr. Like, remember that scene where Steve Kerr's coaching Anthony Edwards and like says things to him? I'm like, oh, that's like
right.
That's like real stuff.
Real coaching. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah, the first episode last night, I watched it, the first one. Anthony Edwards in the scene with him and Obama.
Yes.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Yeah,
it was so good.
His confidence
He's basically
is
telling
amazing.
Obama, like, I'm the truth.
Right.
You know?
Well, how did it set up? Like Obama said something to Anthony Edwards, and who else was there with him?
Embiid.
Embiid. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And Embiid was like, he's all right. He's okay.
Right, yeah.
And then Anthony Edwards was like, no, I'm the truth.
I'm the truth.
And then they call over
They bring over
Obama
LeBron.
calls
Right.
over the
KD,
OGs, you know?
Yeah.
And they go, well, he's good, you know? But, like, Anthony Edwards is definitely set up as this, like, first of all, he's so charismatic. He's so fun. But he's definitely set up as, like, the guy that they're going to focus a lot on because he gave him a lot of time. And then, I think it's pretty cool to have Obama in there and giving interviews and giving pep talks to Team USA the way he did.
Definitely helps when he's the executive producer of the documentary as well. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I know the second episode looks like it's more about the other countries.
Which
so we
is
get
good, yeah.
more Canada,
Serbia, France.
Right. So that's going to be interesting as well. But
They
I've
made a
enjoyed it
big
so
deal
far.
about how France skipped the opening ceremony.
The opening ceremonies,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, we're focused on our game tomorrow. We don't have time to go out on the boat like you guys.
We can't party like you guys. We have business to attend
And
to.
then they got LeBron with the flag and Coco Gauff. And France was just like, we're getting treatment.
Right. Well, LeBron's having his George Washington
Yeah.
crossing the Delaware moment there at opening ceremonies and that sort of thing. Yeah, a
Yeah.
whole lot of fun. Speaking of LeBron, somebody's calling him out maybe for not being quite such a leader. We'll dive into who that is coming up next. Mason in Ireland, Marcus and Momo in for the guys, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I just think in this arena, as accomplished as DeMarco is in his, I would say I'm the more accomplished one.
Oh, really?
That's not being disrespectful. I think that's just being honest.
I don't know. I mean, I think DeMarco's going to come in tomorrow with his resume and say, put it down. Be
I love
interesting.
DeMarco. We can compare resumes.
Okay, I think we should do it.
In the NFL, he's got me. I mean, I have no chance.
Okay.
I'm literally a peasant compared to the king.
But in broadcasting,
I got him there.
Like by what score? What's the final score?
Kind of like like when he was on the Greatest Show on Turf. It's kind of like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like a Super Bowl of this year's situation. Like
Well, I don't know if I go that far.
Wow.
You're the Eagles and he's the Chiefs.
I mean, it's over at halftime. Like the whole thing.
No, not over at halftime.
No?
He gets into the third quarter.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Does he?
yeah.
Okay.
First play of the third quarter.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, everybody, it's John Ireland. We all like to discuss and debate who we think is the GOAT, right? But the real question is, who is the GOAT? That's right, the GOAT. ESPN LA and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers GOAT, the greatest fan of all time. Just upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and be sure to include two hashtags, hashtag LakersGoat and hashtag promotion. And you can win some serious prizes like courtside seats, Lakers gear, a year's supply of my favorite, BBGO. BBGO's mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals are ready in minutes. My favorite is the juicy and flavorful steamed dumplings with the sticky white rice. So easy and so good. We're looking for the Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
I always love this because it's so calming. The music here, it's very relaxing.
Yeah. It's pensive.
What do you got for us, Brian?
Oh, me? Let me...
I mean, I assume you have the questions, right? I have no questions here. I do have a question, but...
Yeah, go with the question that's on the.
All right, I didn't know if Brian had something. I'm just, I'm trying to include everybody here.
I appreciate it.
It's my first time behind the wheel. Mr. Beast, who I think now is the object of more internet scorn than most anybody, did an interview.
Is he?
A lot of people just seem to be annoyed. I think people I think they're just over Mr. Beast, and this isn't going to help. He did an interview recently with Kotaku. It was like a gamer site, basically. And one of the things he said is that life is so much easier when you're broke.
Ugh.
That was, I think, the general internet reaction to that. That life is which is easy to say, I guess, when you have like all of the monies like he has.
That's really where he went?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
His logic.
Okay.
His logic was basically that because of what he does, and he spends so much time creating content. He's like, I'm awake. It's like, as long as I'm awake, I'm working, and I have to travel, and I have to do this and that. It's just so hard.
Oh no. Okay, I see why people are annoyed with him.
I recommend he switch lives with most other folks.
No, I mean, look, coming up with content and coming up with the stunts that he does and the way that he does them is probably a lot of work. But it's kind of like our jobs. Like, there are times when you got to get up early, or we're up late, and I stayed up all night writing a story. Boo-hoo. We still get to work in sports. We still get to go to Laker games and Dodger games and talk about pro sports instead of... I get to show up, in sweats.
Yeah.
You get to show up with a what are you wearing there?
It's a Bleed Lows hat for it's a Dodger hat that says...
Yeah. Where else could you go to work? We all got hoodies on today, y'all.
Right. Yep.
Look at us.
It's like the hoodie patrol right now.
We are in a very good position where we pretty much live charmed lives because we have amazing jobs that we all love.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely nothing to complain about. It's hard. Work is hard no matter what you're doing. But we're not going to sit here and complain like, oh my God, I have so much to do.
Yeah.
I love Mr. Beast. I think he puts out amazing content.
Yeah.
But this was a really, really bad
don't
look.
whine.
Don't do mo money, mo problems. Like don't be that guy.
The other part of it is, I get it. When you're a content creator, you always have to sort of you're like a shark, right? If you stop swimming, then in theory you die or whatever. But like, you've got enough that you can take a break for a little while. You can take a week off and go on vacation if you're Mr.
I'm
Beast.
sure he does. So doesn't he have a whole team that works for them?
I feel like doesn't he own an island or something?
Yeah,
like go hang out on your island.
Islands.
This is kind of bad taste too. He just gave out $10 million to the winner of like his TV show.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna say, oh, life is harder for you now because you got the money.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I would like to try. I volunteer to find out. Personally.
Oh, this is funny. This is funny. On the YouTube chat, Killing Time says, who has a harder life, Mr. Beast or Anthony Rendon? Who does not wish baseball on his worst enemy?
Wow. He's still playing, isn't he?
No, he's hurt.
I mean, he's on a
shockingly.
He's on a roster.
Is he on the 60-day IL? I don't know. Parker, is he on the 60-day IL? No, yes.
We're asking noted Angel expert Parker Bell about Anthony Rendon's
funny.
situation. So,
boy, Dodgers dodged a bullet without him, didn't they?
Oh man,
they really wanted him. They really wanted. They were like mad when he signed with the Angels.
Yeah. Well, but also, didn't he say something along the lines of like, "I don't want to live that lifestyle, that LA lifestyle, or something like that."
So he went to Anaheim.
Went to Anaheim, where nobody knows you.
So
Like he's just stealing money. Woo.
Yo, that is.
Totally.
There's a tracker. I don't know if Parker you have it. There's a tracker of how much Anthony Rendon has stolen from the Angels, like on a daily basis, how much he steals.
I keep saying the Angels are sort of proof that you can spend money and not necessarily be successful.
Correct.
Right.
Like the Dodgers opened up their pocketbook for two guys. Well, really three. Freddie, I guess you can consider him a big contract. Shohei.
Yep.
Well, 3. Yamamoto, big contract, and Mookie.
Yeah.
Those are the right bets.
And it works.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Like
So-
you pay the right guys.
And you're going to be successful. 100%. So there it is, Mr. Beast. If you want to be broke, I'm sure we can arrange that for you. And
That's
we'll
going to
all-
be a stunt. He's setting up a stunt.
Exactly. I'm going to live like a poor for a week and see how much easier
Freeze all his
life
accounts.
is.
See how he does.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, by the way, ESPN LA, the Lakers, and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Enter by telling us your favorite Lakers memory and posting to social media. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and must hashtag Lakers Gafote and hashtag promotions. I get it. That's a lot. All these directions, though, on LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com. I will tell you, Greg, one guy who is probably not going to be the Lakers Gafote is PK Subban.
No, not right now.
He had some comments on Get Up yesterday. Basically, you remember George Carlin did the old baseball versus football routine a long time ago. So PK Subban's basically doing a hockey versus basketball routine. This is what he had to say on Get Up.
Listen, hockey's a different sport from the NBA. You can't compare the cultures because of the way the game is played. You can step on an NBA floor and go through the emotions. You can't do that in hockey. You can't. Like, the culture of our sport, you have to play it with passion. You have to be willing to fight. You have to be willing to leave it on the ice. That's what fans are investing in. So for us, when we charge $1,500 for a ticket to come to fans know what they're getting. Cale Makar, the best defenseman in the world, wasn't in the lineup for this game. This was the most viewed game that we've had in years. And you see it, it's because it's not just based on the skill and talent. It's based on the pride, honor, playing for the guy next to you. I got a question for the NBA players. What the hell are you playing for? What are you playing for? It's not about the money. You make all the money. What, you're injured? Well, there's a difference between being hurt and injured. Are you hurt or are you injured? There's a difference. In hockey, we play hurt. We play injured. That is the culture of the sport. The NBA has that issue that they got to work on. You got to create a better culture for your players. It starts with the leaders. This issue, there was no issue when Jordan was around. There was no issue when Kobe was around. There's no issue when Sidney Crosby's around. There's no issue when Wayne Gretzky was around because those are true leaders. They lead by example. Sidney Crosby.
I see like a little shade at LeBron there, huh?
You know what? I feel differently about LeBron skipping the All-Star game now that I've seen the last 2 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I still think he should have opted out like with
Earlier?
enough time for them to replace him.
Yeah.
Maybe he did try and the league didn't want him to. Like, who knows how that goes? I tried to report on nobody. Hush, hush, point fingers. Okay. Let's just put it like that. But he's come on. Did you watch the game last night?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's no way you could watch that man play last night and say he doesn't care.
I also there were a couple.
Come on, he played so hard. Second, he was yawning in the
Right.
post game locker, yawning in the middle of the interview. I was like, this man can barely stand up.
There were a couple things that Subban said that I took issue with. One, he seems to gloss over this whole long period where the NHL All-Star Game was as much of a farce as the NBA All-Star Game has become, where it was like open skate and the scores were like, 15, 13.
Stupid. Yeah.
Right? So he sort of glosses over that part, I think, a little bit. Also, we got to stop romanticizing and retconning the Michael Jordan Kobe Bryant eras.
Yeah.
They were great players. They did great things. Let's not pretend that everybody was in lockstep with what those guys. Michael Jordan was a singularly obsessive, borderline sociopathic talent. Kobe had a little bit of that. But let's not pretend that guys just all followed their leads and wanted to do, to do what they wanted.
So, I agree with that, but the game was more entertaining. There was the real stars did participate in the dunk contest and the 3-point contest, and like when I felt like I watched the 3-point contest, I really felt like whoever won that was the best 3-point shooter that year.
Yeah,
like the best guys always wanted to be a part of those events, and we've really lost that the last 10, 15 years, and I don't know whose fault it is. I think right now, playing in the game, making the guys play hard, etc. Part of me feels like it's kind of the older players, like that generation, the LeBron generation, the Stephs. Jokic wasn't really into it at all. He's not playing hard. Like
right.
Durant played hard a little bit, but I felt like Wemby wanted to play hard. I felt like some of the younger players wanted to play hard. But if the older guys are not playing hard, it's kind of like in football practice, like where hey, if we're not hitting people, like you don't be the young guy who like
is all overzealous.
Yeah, and that's how you get into fights. That's those are like camp fights, right?
Right.
Somebody trying to make the roster and they're taking out the starting left guard, and you're like, "Hey, man,
we're not doing that right now.
We're not hitting each other
doing that right now.
Like that's kind of how I feel the All-Star game. Everybody has to be on board with playing hard because if there's like 5 or 10, especially the OGs, like 5 or 10 guys who are like, "Hey, we're not really gonna play defense. Nobody's gonna get hurt here. Don't go up for the block on that," you know. Like, then you can't have, like, the young guys coming out playing hard like that. They're going to be like, don't hurt me.
Right.
Like, we're all trying to get to the second half. So I think everybody's just got to be on the same page. And we really do need to reestablish the All-Star Saturday night. That stuff, I know it's bad for your brand. Like, I give Jaylen Brown a lot of credit. He's, like, the biggest star that's been in the slam dunk contest for a long time. And he was not that good. Like, he did it, and he was not that good. And you know what? He's still won Finals MVP last year. It doesn't hurt your brand that much.
No.
It doesn't. Like, John Morant did it, and he sucked. He would be okay. We all still know he's great.
Right.
Like, if Zion did it, and he, like, clanked some off the back of the rim and lost to Mac McClung again, he would still be Zion. Everybody just needs to relax a little bit.
I also get the feeling that Mac McClung winning 3 in a row might bring some of that back. I mean, now, mind you, this might have been emotions in the moment, but when you've got Giannis and Ja and all these guys talking about, hey, maybe I want to get in it next year. Like, I think that pride and that hubris kind of cut both ways. Because on the one hand, they stopped wanting to do it because they didn't want to be embarrassed. Yeah. But now that a guy who's in the G League has won 3 in a row, I think there's a little bit of, we got to take this thing back now.
Yeah. Well, also, they stopped wanting to do it because the last young star who came in and really owned the dunk contest was Donovan Mitchell way back in 2018. Donovan Mitchell came to LA. He was like Spider Mitchell. He was great. That was a good dunk contest. And then after that, it's kind of been journeyman. Like, it's been rookies and journeymen and second year guys and, Mac McClung. And like, but where is Zion, is Ja, it's all those guys. And I think Donovan did it because he has respect for that tradition. But like LeBron is the first, like once LeBron didn't do it, once those guys of that starting with that era didn't do it, then there was no precedent. There was nothing that everybody had to live up to.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because like that we've seen it at the dunk contest, and fortunately, we have not seen it in the 3-point contest. We still get guys who want to shoot in that. I mean, Steph still wants to participate.
That's right.
Dame Lillard still wants to participate. Like that part of it is very cool.
Yeah, I liked it when Karl Towns won. That was great.
Right,
like a big man. Like some of those are kind of fun. I like when you get. But like compare how LeBron went through All-Star Weekend versus how Giannis went through.
Yeah.
Giannis obviously wasn't gonna play. He pulled out early, he had an injury, but he was there at every event. He was like a personality. He was like excited during the dunk contest and 3-point. He was cheering the whole time. He was on the bench jumping up, and like LeBron was like, I don't want to be here.
Right.
I would rather have this week in Cabo.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and I get it. He's 40. He's been doing this a long time.
Been to 20 of these. He spent half of his life literally in the All-Star
who knows?
game.
Maybe Bryce had some games he wanted to go to.
Right.
I don't know what's going on with him. I get where LeBron. So just don't show up. I would just say don't make him come.
Yeah.
If he really doesn't want to be there, don't make him be there.
Yeah. I mean, also there's a part of this where like we also have to stop wanting All-Star games to be like they were when we were younger.
Yeah.
It's just
not going to happen.
That ship has sailed. It's just probably just not going to happen.
That's
again.
right.
Do a little sports graffiti coming up in the next hour. Give us a call, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Get your thoughts on whatever it is, whether it's PK Subban, it's the Lakers, it's the Dodgers who are 1-1 right now in the top of the third inning.
It's just making me so happy. The weather outside, the sun is shining.
Yep. It's perfect.
It's like I went for a hike yesterday. It was warm.
Yeah.
I didn't have to wear a sweater. And look, the Dodgers are playing the Cubs.
And Miguel Rojas grounded into a double play.
A GID.
But they scored a
period.
run. Mookie scored.
They did.
I saw that.
So it's 1-1 now. So
Conforto got a hit.
So the Dodgers trying to salvage their spring right now with a win here against the Cubs today.
You guys.
It's all over. If they lose this game, that's it. That's it.
You're banned. You're not allowed to do this yet. No, not yet.
We're going to talk about that potentially and more. Again, Sports Graffiti coming up, 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. Mason and Ireland, Marcas and Momo here hanging out with you here on ESPN Los Angeles.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back Monday at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Now my friend has like a stroller for the dog, and it has
I can't
all
do
these
that. I'm sorry.
accessories for the dog.
I can't. Every
I'm like,
time
you got
I'm
a
on
kid.
one of my walks and I see a baby stroller coming the other way,
I love it though.
and
It's
I
so
see
cute.
a baby, it makes me smile.
Oh,
like you
the
see,
baby.
baby's outside, got a little hat. It's
Yeah.
like it's cute, right? It's a little baby. It's awesome. And I see a dog in there, and I'm like, these people.
Really?
Like,
A dog is meant to be walked.
Enrages me. Dang.
It's so
a
cute,
dog.
though.
Laura, why is
If
it
the
cute?
if the dog can't walk, it's time for the dog to go.
I don't get enraged. I just kind of avoid that person.
It's
We're
like,
on the
dude,
same
what
page.
are you doing? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Okay,
it's not a
so-
human being. It's
Hold
an
on.
animal.
If it's an
Hold
old
on.
lady, and an old dog,
Little different.
Little different.
That's a companion at that point.
Yes,
But
correct.
if you are an
Okay, but listen, let me give you a different
how do you feel about
perspective.
e-bikes?
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco.
on 710 ESPN.
Are you in the hunt for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is thrilled to announce our hiring fair this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in catering, concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more. Enjoy competitive wages and a flexible schedule. Whether you're seeking valuable experience or looking to boost your income, we have a role that's perfect for you. We'll be conducting on-the-spot interviews, so come ready to impress. To enter the stadium, please use Pinkay Avenue and Barris Drive and park in Lot E, where you can check in at VIP Entry 11. Don't forget to visit legends.net/careers to explore our current openings and apply now. That's legends.net/careers. Don't miss this incredible opportunity. Your future starts here.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows. Fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
I'm 877-710-ESPN. Jump on the line. We'll give you about 15 or so seconds to sort of unload whatever's on your mind. Could be sports, could be not sports. You can even, I guess, talk trash about us, although, please don't. That wouldn't be very nice.
Oh, I'm good with it. Whatever you want.
There it is. Marcus, Grant, Ramona, Shelburne in for the guys, Mason and Ireland. We got some folks on the line. Let's go. James, welcome to Sports Graffiti. What's up?
Hey, how you guys doing? Real quick, I know the NBA won't do this. I know they won't. The All-Star game is a tradition, but we know that it has fallen, except for the three-point. Matt McClung has saved the dunk contest for the last 3 years, but he's not going to keep doing it, and no one else really wants to do it. The three-point contest and skills contests are good, but would you think if there was any way possible, would they move the in-season tournament to the All-Star game weekend and just take the All-Star game out in its entirety? Thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I mentioned that the other day. I know Greg's kind of was didn't love the idea. I don't know what you think about maybe having the championship of the in-season tournament that weekend. Would that work?
People want a break. Like, it's the middle of the season. Like, all the rest of the league went on break.
Yeah.
That's why, like, a lot of the All-Stars are annoyed because it's the stars are the ones who don't get a break.
Right.
So they made the weekend a little bit longer. Like, that in-season tournament takes teams a long time to recover from. Like last year, the Lakers didn't play well right afterwards.
Right.
The Pacers went on a losing streak right after. So I don't see that.
Yeah. All right.
I just would get rid of the game.
Yeah, maybe that's that. Maybe we just scrap it.
Whatever.
It's from a bygone era.
But they can't because it's a price. They've already sold all the broadcasts and they got sponsorships.
A lot of brand activations, a lot of celebrity meet and greets, that sort of thing. Yeah. Eric on Sports Graffiti, what's up?
Yeah, hey, Eric and Elscano. I just wanted to say, I think how you fix it is you just scrap the game itself and you have a one-on-one tournament, right? So 24 players or whatever, they match up one-on-one, go to the next round. You have like a $5 million prize at the end. Can you imagine like LeBron taking on Steph Curry one-on-one and
King
all
of the
that?
court.
It would be so much more fun, and they would play hard.
Yeah, or some would and some wouldn't. You know what I mean? If you don't want to play hard, you just kind of fold.
You just kind of roll it out there and you go.
Yeah.
But I know that's isn't Adam Silver? Didn't he propose that idea? I feel like I saw that
It's out
floating
there,
around.
I like that idea.
Yeah, not a bad one at all. Jesse on Sports Graffiti, what's up?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to take advantage of Momo being there. I was wondering, what's the player besides Cooper Flag that all the NBA scouts are trying to go see right now?
Oh, you mean in college? Besides Cooper
yeah,
Flag?
like who's a hidden gem that we've never heard of that everyone's trying to go see?
Well, it depends on how close you follow, because the next two guys are there's two guys at Rutgers who are really good. Dylan Harper is one of them, and who's the other guy? I forget his name. There's two guys at Rutgers who are really good. There's a kid at Baylor who's really good. And then I think there's another French kid who's really good, who people are looking at as a top 5. I should look at Gaboni's.
The French.
Yeah, they're taking over.
They are taking over.
But I think there's a bunch of guys. This is supposed to be one of the best drafts in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Last year's draft was pretty bad.
Yeah.
What's funny to say is not really.
Funny's not the word for it.
Yeah, Ace Bailey, that's his name. Thanks.
Obviously, it stinks that we're not going to have Victor Wembanyama for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But it does sort of open the door for Cooper Flag potentially landing in San Antonio if the lottery breaks the right way. It's a lot of David Robinson, Tim Duncan vibes going on with this the NBA draft.
Yeah, and I think the one next year is even really good. There's a kid named AJ DeBounce. Okay. And he is signed with BYU.
Wow. All right.
Okay, and that's an NIL deal.
Yeah, of course
you
it
got
is.
to pay a lot of money.
Of course it is.
But he is supposed to be like the next. Like there's Cooper Flag this year,
All right.
and then there's AJ DeBounce the next year.
How much does NIL money go? How far does that take you in Provo? I think it could take you
to the point where maybe you should just stay in college because you make really good money in college.
Right, exactly, in Provo. Raider Ruben, what's going on, Ruben? Welcome to Sports Graffiti.
All right, guys. I was out at the Legends Attic event earlier. Just want to say it was a great event. Shout out to Steph and Warren for holding it down.
Yeah.
But my question goes out to Ramona, being the resident diehard Raider fan with Bergie there. Just want your opinion on what you think the Raiders should do at the quarterback position. Should they go with the rookie or should they try to go with the veteran? Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You got it.
Yeah, what do they do?
I'm really into this Aaron Rodgers idea.
Are you not, or you
I
are?
am. I'm getting into it.
You are, huh?
So I'm with you. I think for this year, I think you draft a quarterback early. I think you get it in the second round because you can't second or third round because you're not going to get one of the top two in the first. I would be great with trying to get either Jalen Milroe or Jackson Dart and let him sit behind Aaron Rodgers or even Kirk Cousins. That's fine. I want there to be a bridge.
You're all right with Aaron going out there and doing random pressers on ayahuasca.
He could be playing on ayahuasca. I don't care if he puts up 3,000 yards, 4,000 yards, and 20, 30 touchdowns. Fine.
Currently, the best quarterback on the Raider roster is in ownership.
Yeah, yes, very much so.
That's it. That is it. Let's see. Anthony, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up?
How you all doing?
Good.
My question is actually for Greg.
Oh, wow.
What's up,
Look
Anthony?
at you, Greg.
That's what we do. So when it comes to the Dodgers, what do you think the over-under is on wins? I know Mason and Ireland have a bet. It's 113. But let's go with how many innings is Ohtani going to pitch?
Okay, so there's a couple. You're welcome, Anthony. There's a couple different questions there, and as the other host of the Blue Review with Marcus Grant, you can answer that question as well. But I think they're going to win somewhere around 106 games. I can't go to 113 just because they are the greatest team in the history put together. It is. Things are going to happen. People are going to sit. So 106 wins is still a lot of wins, no matter what.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of wins. And let's say for Shohei, I would say he probably pitches no more than 75 innings.
Oh, wow.
80 innings.
So you're looking at what, about 12
When
to
is he-
15
has he
starts?
pitched
Yeah,
yet?
somewhere right around there. I don't think he's not going to start until May, June, and then I don't assume he's going to pitch.
He's
that
throwing
much.
bullpens, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already done 2.
Yeah,
he's not going to be ready right off the bat.
He was throwing pins, throwing sides at the end of last year.
Right.
Just mostly in preparation, which sparked that weird rumor that maybe they use him as a closer in the World Series or something.
That was silly. But where are you on that, Marcus?
Yeah, that feels. I was gonna say 100 innings, just kind of, for the sake of making a nice round number or something like that.
Parker just walked in here and danced.
He did a dance. I saw a bag of food, so I get it. Yeah, I'll put him at around 100 innings this year. As for the Dodgers wins, I was gonna say 106.
Yeah, it just feels right.
That feels about right.
Where are you at, Momo?
I think I said 104 when we did this the other day, right?
Yeah.
How many wins? Because I just think they're not going to push anybody. You gotta. They have a lot of guys. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be issues. There's going to be slumps that they go through. So you're not going to push anyone through an injury just to chase records. Now, if they get to September or October with a chance at that record, then I think they push for it.
I mean, if they get to their close to 100 wins and they can get 16, 17 wins in September
then
alone,
I think they push.
Well, what's the record? 120?
116.
116. Yeah, but then the Mariners got bounced in the first round after they did that.
Different teams.
So, I don't know. Look, I say this as a fan of a Golden State Warriors team that won 73 games and then lost the one they needed the most at the end.
Yeah, so that's why I don't care how many wins you get in the regular season. I want championship number 2 in a row.
Yeah. I got one more. Harold on the line. You're on Sports Graffiti. What's up?
Hey, this is for everybody. Is Luka mania over?
Ooh, over.
I feel like it's
over.
It's just it's. I feel like it's
Okay,
just started.
you know what? I know what you're getting at because he hasn't been blowing the doors off his first couple games here.
He's
been,
4 for 20
yeah.
something.
He hasn't been very good. I mean, it's kind of hard. You join this new team after your old team has basically trashed you on the way out, and you're showing up and you're still kind of working your way back into shape. So he's like, it's not like you're in the best position to prove everybody wrong right now. Like he could have sat out a while. If I was Luka, I might have sat out till I was a little bit better. But they don't have time. They don't have time for him to sit out, so he's just got to play his way back into shape, And I get your question because, it's been a little rough. It's not seamless, but you can see it. You can see how good he is. It's going to be an awkward transition. I felt that when I listened to LeBron last night. When you watch the team with and without Luka, you're like, oh, it's a little awkward. It's going to be a minute.
I don't think Luka mania has truly started yet. I think once he gets his legs back underneath him, once he sort of figures out his role within the club, I think then you'll see it. And look, this team's going to make the playoffs. I think if they make a run and if Luka gets hot, then I think you'll truly see Luka mania happen. Although, look, the other day I was driving in and I saw a guy on a motorcycle wearing the Luka T-shirt that they handed out that first night. So, there's definitely some buzz still in town about it.
I mean, Luka mania isn't going anywhere.
Okay.
We got like 10, 15 years of Luka mania.
I think also, like, he just wait till he has a good game.
Right.
Wait till he's good.
Right.
It was like LeBron. Everybody was trashing LeBron when he didn't play in the All-Star game. He drops 40. Everybody was like, LeBron is amazing. Did you hear I forgot to ask you to get this, but JJ Redick is starting to border on Jim Harbaugh territory for me. Like when he talks, the way that Jim Harbaugh talks about Justin Herbert is now the way JJ Redick is starting to sound when he talks about LeBron James.
The worm has turned.
That type of stuff?
I mean, he was like, the guy's a billionaire, and he's out here playing 40 minutes on the second night of a back-to-back. He's amazing.
Okay, he's right. He's absolutely right, but we do not need to keep doing this. Every single night, we don't have to keep saying how amazing he is.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't, though. But, we don't. He is amazing. What he did last night was absolutely incredible, especially I just don't want to hear because he's 40 anymore. It's obvious he's this good still at this age. We don't have to consistently say we're doing it at 40.
No, we do.
I mean,
do you know why? Do you know why you have a hard time
think
doing it?
Yeah, why?
You know why?
Why?
Because he has earned your respect, but not your love.
No, I
think that's true. I think that's true. And I think we were talking about this LeBron vis-a-vis Steph, right? In that people here, they respect LeBron. They appreciate everything he's done.
They don't love him.
He's not a full through and through Laker.
Yeah, he just got here.
Versus
people don't like feel about. I mean, they were never going to feel about LeBron like they did about Kobe, of course. Okay,
never.
But people learned to love Powell.
Yeah,
and he was traded here.
Yeah,
I mean, this is Powell's probably a better comp because of how old he was when he was traded here for Luka. But LeBron, he had done his best work elsewhere.
Yeah.
He did bring a championship to LA, but the rest of it has not been you respect him, but do you love him?
That's very, very fair. So because he's
I
been
thought you were going to say well put.
No,
I think that was a good line.
Well put.
I
Yes.
should have wrote that down.
You should have. So yes, it is well put and it's fair because he's not. I did not like LeBron when he was in Cleveland or Miami, and then when he came here, it's like okay, the best player in the world, love it. Come to LA, fantastic. But I don't feel the same way towards him that I do towards Kobe, but I don't hate him by any means.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, but it also feels like it felt like a third act from the beginning.
It is a third act.
By the way,
that's actually a fourth act.
JJ used a term last night. JJ used a term last night that I have never heard, which either means he's cooler than me or I'm out of touch with it. He said the kids are going to say that I'm glazing LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is it like the glaze on a donut? Is that where that comes from?
Yeah.
Like sugar?
No,
like a glazed donut?
Yeah, you're just saying how great they are. Like they just.
Yeah, actually, I even heard it last night during.
Have you heard the term?
I've heard it. I also heard it during the hockey game last night.
Really?
I can't remember what player they were talking about, but yeah, hey, we don't want to glaze so and so too much. Yeah. That's what
I mean, we used to say butter them up.
Yeah.
Kiss their butt.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Same
puff
idea.
them up,
Yeah.
Okay.
Same
I get it.
concept.
But that's like a new word for me.
Yeah.
Is that a kid thing? Is that like the Parker?
Is that a Gen Z
DeAndre.
thing?
Is DeAndre here?
It's got to be a Gen Z thing, right?
No.
The Zoomers.
He's not listening.
He's not listening, even though we talk about it 1,000 times that he's.
Yeah, apparently,
listen.
Apparently, Parker's not paying attention.
If you are under 25, please
let
tweet me
us know
and let me know where that comes from. I always I'm afraid to ask ChatGPT or ask Urban Dictionary or something like that of where that term comes from because it's usually something dirty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I don't wanna be searching for that.
If it's on Urban Dictionary, it's not going to be something we can say on a family show at all.
I don't think this is a family show. It's Friday.
That's true. It is. It's F It Friday. We didn't even acknowledge that it's F It
Friday.
There it is. There it is. Speaking of glazing and admiration, love is in the air along with spring. It's spring training baseball.
Baseball.
The Dodgers.
Baseball.
Finding love. We'll talk about that. And Greg going on a maybe strange date. Coming up next.
Whoa.
Mason in Ireland. Marcas and Momo Inform 710 ESPN.
The wait is over.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
The LAFC season opener is here tomorrow at BMO Stadium.
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA.
The Black and Gold are 7-0 in season openers. Can they make it 8-0?
Oh, flip for LA football! Baseball Club, Denny!
Giroux, Hawanga, Larice lead Los Angeles Football Club versus Minnesota United to kick off the 2025 MLS season. Coverage begins tomorrow at 1 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco. Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hey everybody, it's John Ireland. We all like to discuss and debate who we think is the GOAT, right? But the real question is, who is the GAFOAT? That's right, the GAFOAT. ESPN LA and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers GAFOAT, the greatest fan of all time. Just upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and be sure to include two hashtags, hashtag LakersGafote and hashtag promotion. And you can win some serious prizes like courtside seats, Lakers gear, a year's supply of my favorite, BBGO. BBGO's mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals are ready in minutes. My favorite is the juicy and flavorful steamed dumplings with the sticky white rice. So easy and so good. We're looking for the Lakers GAFOAT. Is it you?
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland, Marcus Grant, Ramona Shelburne, hanging out with the guys and keeping an eye on things at Camelback Ranch. Right? Actually, they're where the
Fourth
Cubs?
inning.
Where are the
Cubs are up 4-1.
playing?
It's not Camelback. Yeah, it's Sloan Park.
Sloan Park.
I love Sloan Park.
It's named after a toilet, right?
Is it really?
I believe it's the Sloan Toilet Company.
Really?
Right? I think so.
Is it owned by Steve Ballmer?
I don't think
Toilets.
I'm leaving that alone.
I saw what you did there.
I'm leaving that alone.
Thank you.
No, that's one of my favorite spring training parks.
Sloan
Park.
is very nice.
I love Cubs fans too. I'm like a of all the spring training fans, like the Cubby fans are the most grateful. Like they're just like, man, it's like 2 degrees in Chicago. It's snowing. We're down here for a week in Arizona.
I've gone to spring training baseball. A number of years. I'm going back. I'll be there next weekend. That's the fun part is seeing all the fans of the Midwestern teams, right? It's the Cubs, the Brewers, the Reds, places where the weather is still kind of miserable, and they're just happy to see the sun.
Yeah, and they also love baseball. They're like good-natured fans. Like there's some fans that are kind of like I don't really like. I mean, I always try to go when the Dodgers play the Giants, but they play in Scottsdale. And
it's
but
hard
I don't like the Giants fans.
It's also hard to get tickets.
I mean,
at that park.
obviously we don't like Giants fans, right? But they got like a different vibe. When you go to the Cubs fans, like. They're just happy to be. They just
really
love
are.
baseball.
They're drinking
they don't
old
care
styles.
If they,
It's all good.
They got good food out in the outfield.
It is all good.
Love them.
So something that just happened here was Andy Pajes is playing center field.
Yeah.
They keep showing him
I know.
on the screen because he just had a ball fly way over his head because he misread it and gave up a triple to whoever the guy was.
It's hard to see out there.
So yeah, it is, but at the same time, this is something that actually could play into the season. I know it's only game 2 of spring training, but he has always had an adventure out in center field. He does have a major arm, but he is not the greatest offensive center fielder. If he wants to make the opening day roster, which I think they only have really 1 or 2 spots open, he needs to be better at center field because otherwise he's going to start the season in AAA, which is probably going to happen anyway, I would think.
Probably. I mean, I think.
Well, Conforto and Teoscar are going to be in the corner.
No matter what.
Right.
So
probably
is a
Tommy
center
Edman.
fielder, yeah.
Tommy Edman probably gets a lot of work out in center field. I'm sure we'll see Pajes.
I mean, they
at some
do have
point.
Mookie Betts. I'm just saying. I know he wants to be the shortstop and everything, but they do have a Gold Glover.
So now, how are you? Because we talked about this yesterday, and Greg, Clinton, myself, all sort of aligned that, look, I get it. I understand that he wants to play there. It feels like he'd be better at second base. Like, why are they trying to?
Because he
force
wants that
this
heat.
thing?
Because he wants that smoke. I'm serious. Like, Ollie Gonzalez had this really good story on .com about Mookie playing shortstop. And last year, when he got hurt, they obviously went out and made some trades, and he stepped aside from that spot, and he had put in all this work to learn the position. He learns the position. He was playing pretty well. And then he gets hurt, and he had to step aside, and they make some changes. And he goes, okay, but I'll be back. Like, we're going to go win the World Series, and I'll be back. Like, he always intended to come back. And then apparently this winter, he spent the whole time at high school and college fields all around L.A., taking ground balls. They would film his workouts, send him back to the people in Arizona, watching him play the position. He's like night and day better at shortstop than he was before because he's actually had time to really learn the position. Yeah. Take ground balls off of bad fields, all the things that you do when you're trying to learn a new spot. But I just think he wants a challenge. I think he knows how to play outfield. By him playing shortstop, they were able to go sign Teoscar and Conforto. Mm-hmm. There weren't infielders that they could have got, or I guess they prioritize those 2 guys. And so he just wants the challenge. I don't think it's a great idea. Second is a much better position for him.
Especially for somebody who wants to save his
32?
body a little bit. Yeah. But if there's anybody who can make that change, it's
kind of, to me, it's like LeBron and his minutes. LeBron, why are you playing so many minutes? Hey, JJ, why are you playing in so many minutes? Because he gets better with more minutes that he plays.
Yeah.
Because LeBron is the rare player who, like, as he said in the starting 5 for Netflix, like, I still think I'm like the best option. I don't need the rest. I'm good. Tyronn Lue, when he coached him in Cleveland, he always used to say, LeBron has always told me he needs those extra minutes to feel like he's in shape, to get in that shape to play the minutes, the heavy minutes he can need. There's certain people who are just wired different. Like, do you know people who sleep 4 hours a night and they're fine?
Yeah, I do.
I know those people. I don't know how they're created. I don't know how they exist. But there's some people who are like, I'm good. 2-3 hours, I'm good.
That's all I need.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
I'm a wreck if I get 1 hour.
They probably
one day
don't have
night.
small children. That's my guess.
I think they're fine.
Right.
I think maybe like in 2,000 years, those people are the ones who will exist. Because the rest of us don't sleep enough.
They will have evolved to not need sleep.
It's an evolutionary advantage.
Yeah.
Like, I think Mookie just wants a challenge. He's 32. He's got all the money. He got Shohei on his team. Like, he's won
championships. He's done everything.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
He wants all the pressure.
All right. Very curious to see how it works out. I mean, obviously, Greg, you and I were talking before the show. I mean, that the middle infield has been, I won't say a bugaboo, but it's just been a thing that they just can't quite get right, it feels like, the last few years.
No, and I don't. It's taking a long time. Ever since Corey Seager, I think you mentioned that earlier. Corey Seager and Trey Turner, kind of, but he also just never felt like he wanted to be here and didn't hit in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That middle infield has just been difficult. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's like, I want to be the solidified everyday shortstop.
Yeah, the Alden story is really good. He talks about it, and everybody around him talks about it.
I'm sure
of how he wants the pressure. Like, look, Shohei's going to Shohei. He's not going to be Shohei. Like Shohei is one of one, but Mookie's heart and soul kind of guy. Like that's who he is, and like his way of still being the man is to be the shortstop.
I just think there's so many better options. I mean, you can use Rojas, who's a very good second shortstop. You can use Hae-Sung Kim. You can use Tommy Edman is a good shortstop.
Yeah.
You have guys that can play that position.
It might come to that.
He moved from right. He wanted to come in from right field into the infield so that he could save his body a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's play second base. Second base is going to save your body. Playing shortstop, that's not saving your body. Like, you're all over the place. That's an extremely important position. So, I mean, I
He's
just think
gonna have to come to that in his
I think
own,
it's
though.
silly though. The fact that this front office is so smart in everything that they're like, yeah, let's just try that because Mookie wants it.
They also have a lot of leeway because they have so much talent and so much depth that they can sort of play around with things and figure out how they work. You know, even with Mookie Betts. Look, Mookie Betts playing shortstop, and we're still saying they're going to win 105, 106 games
Greg,
this year.
you play baseball, right? You played on teams. You played on teams, Marcus.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the shortstop, even if they're not your best player, they got a little extra swag.
Yeah,
they do.
They got like there's a little extra like I'm the captain. You know, like there's a certain leadership quality that comes with being the shortstop, and so I think that's Mookie. Like that's him. That's who he. That's how he rolls. And I think like Shohei's not that guy. He's not the vocal leader. He's just really good. he's amazing, right?
So yeah,
Mickey Rowe was a leader.
Mickey
Rowe
Rowe's
had
definitely
that.
a leader.
Mickey Rowe, yeah.
Here's the thing: they have guys who can be that vocal leader. I think Mickey Rowe can be one. I think Kike to a point can sort of be one a little bit when he's
But your leader can't be the
weirdly
guy
Austin
who played.
Barnes. Sorry, what was that one? Austin Barnes is a leader in that club.
He's a leader, but not like the way that Mookie or those other guys are. You know, I mean, you can't have like the catcher has an extra swag too. But it's just those certain positions. Like I think center field, shortstop, and catcher are like the
the line right up and down the middle. For sure.
Those guys have got to be your leaders defensively, but also just the way they carry themselves.
Sure, absolutely. So we'll see. I mean, Mookie, a guy incredibly talented. If anybody can do it, he can certainly do it. One of the guys who certainly.
But the question is, should he?
Yeah. And I think we're gonna be asking that question all year long. I think
the answer is pretty obviously no. He should not.
right.
Right. I think we can all agree on that point.
Can agree. Okay. What are you doing, Mook? But like, it's just up to him. Like, if I talk all the time about what it takes for people to still be great at their jobs the longer they do it, and especially after they've been paid, especially after you get paid like that.
Yeah.
So if he needs that to fire him up, to motivate him, to give him another level to reach, okay.
Well, and for all of the moving around he did last year, he still hit.
Yeah.
He still hit at an incredible clip.
Sure did.
And when he did get hurt, it wasn't because he played shortstop.
No, I mean, before the injury, he was a strong MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Got hurt. Obviously, that sort of changed things. And
you can't say anything about his postseason anymore.
No.
No postseason hate anymore.
Come on.
Right.
We all knew better, right?
Yes, of course we knew better.
I mean, I saw him in the World Series when he was on the Red Sox. So he was pretty good.
Even in that first series against but even that first series against the Padres, Mason was going nuts. And be like, I don't know, Mookie can't hit. Mookie can't hit. And yeah, he sure did.
No,
came right back and was perfectly fine. Thank you very much.
Look, man. Falls out of bed, hits line drives.
Right.
Absolutely. Speaking of baseball, the Yankees might be in a little bit of a hairy situation. Talk about that and more coming up.
I see what you did there.
Here on ESPN 710, Marcas and Momo in for Mason in Ireland.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BBGO for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
The amazing, spectacular Cosm. Best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more. On massive, high-resolution displays, you got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
really the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers' Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, it's Mace. Want a new game to get excited about? Check out Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
Would not. Would not be my scene.
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
God, it's Friday. Cover me, she about to put up a skirt. Thank God it's
This is that second Wyclef album, right?
It is The Eclectic?
Yeah, he owes me money for that.
I like this song.
It was because the Carnival was a classic. It was an instant classic. It was amazing. So he comes out with The Eclectic. I can't wait to go buy it. I was embarrassed for everyone involved, and I want my $14 back.
Okay, so The Carnival was an amazing album.
Yes.
I love it with Guantanamera and everything else that's on there. I loved this album. I listen to this album every Friday with my friend. That's why we put in this song. This is the Friday song.
Yeah. I mean, I get the theme.
I didn't need the Kenny Rogers song.
That was awful. I felt bad. Whitney Houston did like a cameo.
That
I
was
felt
a
bad
weird
for
one.
her.
I didn't need the rock.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I didn't need that one either. But.
No, I need to send. I want to send Wyclef Jean an invoice to get my money.
Yeah, I mean, if I go back and listen to it, thinking back on it, probably not the best.
I mean, I'm sorry to have to bring you to that realization.
I felt so happy about it. You just ruined me. You yucked my yum.
I'm sorry. I apologize for doing that. Speaking of yucking people's yums, the Yankees tended to yuck the yums of a lot of free agents. For years, having a rule about facial hair. In fact, look, I am of the age to remember Homer at the bat.
Oh, yeah.
With Don Mattingly having to shave his head too. Yeah. Because his sideburns were too long.
Yeah.
Well, Momo, they're getting rid of the rule. You can have facial hair and be a Yankee now.
How much facial hair, though?
It has to be well groomed.
Okay.
So I don't know if they have a specific length on that, Greg. I don't know.
Well groomed beard. That's it. And your
no
hair
mustache?
Can't go. No.
You have stashes, right? Because
that all goes together.
Okay.
Didn't Mattingly have? I felt Mattingly had a stash when he played for them.
That was allowed.
Yeah.
No long hair.
Okay.
It can only go to a certain length still.
Oh,
so
wow.
there's still rules, which are the stupidest things ever because it doesn't affect winning in any sense. But yes, you can now have a beard, which is nice.
That's cool.
I always liked that rule.
Really?
Yeah, because it made them the Yankees. It was like part of that Yankee mystique, And listen, I wouldn't. If you told me there's a dress code here now, I'd be like, I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I come in here straight from the TV set, and I'm all glam.
Men in suits, women in dresses. That's it.
But I think that. That was part of the Yankee mystique, is that they could do something and their players would abide by it, and they looked a certain way, and they looked all clean cut and stuff. I mean, I sent you guys in the group chat the famous story with George Steinbrenner was the one who really enforced this and created this. And somebody went to George and was like, well, Jesus had facial hair. And he was like, well, listen, if you see that puddle over there, if you go walk in that water, I'll let you have facial hair.
Yeah, yeah. I just remember because that was a big thing. And for me, growing up as an Oakland A's fan, right? And I remember when Jason Giambi left and went to the Yankees, which was a gut punch enough for A's fans, but to see him who famously had the long hair and the scruffy beard, and to see him show up at the Yankee press conference clean shaven was the ultimate gut punch, I think, for a lot of A's fans.
And then they made a movie about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it just felt like you'd been assimilated into the evil empire, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. I'm sorry, I'm reliving past traumas right now.
I mean, there are not that many Oakland A's fans who can have this.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna be many Oakland A's fans at all anymore, sadly.
But look, I'm always okay with facial hair because if that's how you want to wear it. But it's gotten a little out of control lately.
I mean, you always have you have the Jason Worths of the world who go big, the Charlie Blackmons who have the big flavor savers that you.
I mean, you lose the Jolly Rancher up in there,
right? Exactly. And look, you can hide a snack
stuck in there for months.
Something
you don't even know it's in there anymore.
Something that you can find in the middle of the fifth inning to snack on during the ball game. Something like that.
Just puts the sunflower seeds in there and pulls them out one by one.
Right. Exactly.
Gross.
Speaking of eating, Greg, I heard you went on a interesting date the other day.
Yeah. So this is something that actually Travis Rogers loves to do, and I did it about 2 nights ago. We went to Gelson's and had a date at Gelson's. They have a bar,
just like at produce. You're just looking at produce.
No. They have a bar, and they had wine.
Whole Foods got a bar too.
Yeah. And it was actually really nice. It was a great date. I had a really fun time. And it was wonderful.
What'd you do?
We just sat there.
Get?
Oh, we got poke nachos, and we got some kind of sliders. Oh, there was lobster sliders.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's legit.
It's
and you don't have to leave a tip or anything, right? Because you just...
No.
Nobody comes by.
No, there's a bartender that gave us flights of wine.
Flights of wine? In plastic
4
cups or
different,
glasses?
No, glasses.
Wow. So this is high class.
Yeah, no, it was really nice.
What kind of silverware was it?
It was real silverware.
Wow.
It wasn't plastic forks and knives.
I mean, I feel like supermarkets
No, I mean, they had a sommelier that was telling us about the wines.
They had a sommelier at Gelson's?
Wow.
Yeah, at Gelson's.
I see where that money is going for the $20 pack of eggs. That's apparently they're spending it on something, they're reinvesting it in something.
Wow.
Now, I don't know how much of a sommelier he is. He's not going to be going
I'm sure he's like an actor.
He's
like an actor.
This is until he makes his big break.
Next time you come back, he's like, he's out on an audition tonight.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was really, really nice. I sent a picture of it to Travis, and he was like, "It's great, right?" See, I am very much, which is weird to say, on board with Travis Rogers here.
It's funny because my wife and I were in a Whole Foods a couple weeks ago. We saw the bar. There was no one there, so we just sat over in the area just and ate our little lunches or whatever. And we were both kind of like, who comes and has drinks at Whole Foods?
Now you know.
Greg Bergman.
Yeah.
Apparently that's who it is.
I wouldn't go to Whole Foods because I just don't know the place very well.
Sorry.
A little too high end.
Did somebody park a cart next to you?
No, it's again so you walk in and then the whole grocery store is over there, and then where there's the flower section, and then to the left of that is a whole bar and seating area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was just really nice.
Yeah, you told me you sat and you guys watched the Laker game.
Yeah, the Laker game was on the TV.
Wow.
We were watching that.
Wow.
It was really nice. You should give it a try.
Okay.
All right.
And then report back, and you'll see.
I mean, when you have little kids, you your standards drop dramatically, right?
Right.
You're I mean, I go to the Whole Foods pizza place all the time with Daniel. We always let's go get some pizza at Whole Foods, and then I can sit and I can have some adult food. He gets the pizza, but somebody's got a cart parked next to me.
It's a lot less intimate when
somebody's
cauliflower is just there right next to you, sort of thing. Yeah. All right,
but this sounds legit.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. Just try it.
I will absolutely give it.
It's probably not a first date though.
No. This is about to be a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is hey, we're trying something new, sort of thing.
Yeah. She was all into it. She wanted to do it. So I was like, great.
All right.
I'm down.
I will try it before passing any further judgment.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll do a little bit of What's Up, Fool coming up next. Mason and Ireland, Marcas and Momo here, hanging out with the ESPN 710.
The wait is over.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
The LAFC season opener is here tomorrow at BMO Stadium.
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA.
The Black and Gold are 7-0 in season openers. Can they make it 8-0?
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, Denny!
Giroux, Bawanga, Larice lead Los Angeles Football Club versus Minnesota United to kick off the 2025 MLS season. Coverage begins tomorrow at 1 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1225. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1225. That's 800-777-1225 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
Hey, everybody, it's John Ireland. We all like to discuss and debate who we think is the GOAT, right? But the real question is, who is the GOAT? That's right, the GOAT. ESPN LA and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers GOAT, the greatest fan of all time. Just upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and be sure to include 2 hashtags. Hashtag Lakers GOAT and hashtag promotion. And you can win some serious prizes like courtside seats, Lakers gear, a year's supply of my favorite, BBGO. BBGO's mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals are ready in minutes. My favorite is the juicy and flavorful steamed dumplings with the sticky white rice. So easy and so good. We're looking for the Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian. All right, guys. So I saw this clip last night. Not USA, Canada hockey, but a different hockey being played. Have you ever heard of American ice football?
No, what's that?
So, pretty funny video you can see online. It's played in Germany. It's a popular sport that combines football.
I'm sorry, American ice football is played in Germany?
It's played in Germany,
okay.
yeah. So, it's their game that they call it that. So, it's a combination of ice hockey, and American football rules, touchdowns, first downs, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. They don't wear any skates. So, it's kind of like a
slipping and sliding.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a wipeout kind of vibe.
Okay.
Very interesting. I don't know if I could watch a whole game of that.
Is it like televised?
Yeah,
it's a real league.
It's a real league.
Uniforms, pads.
Yes, American ice football. It's a real thing here.
Okay.
That they got going on.
Okay.
So my question is, caller earlier this week brought up soccer golf. That's another thing that's been kind of going viral about the combination of soccer and the golf 9 holes kind of deal. If you had to choose one that you were like, oh, I'm getting into this new sport, is it the combination of football, hockey, or the soccer golf?
Or can we just make up sports where we put 2 sports together and call it something else?
You got a better combination?
Yeah, like baseball golf. That sounds good.
So are you
Frisbee golf is fun.
Either of you familiar with hurling?
Is that what happens when you drink too much?
I know that, but that's like an Irish sport. I went to a hurling match once. The wildest thing I've ever seen. It's like a combination of like lacrosse, baseball, and hockey played on a giant grass field.
Okay.
It's a very popular Irish sport.
All right.
It's bananas. I mean, just straight up bananas. It's wild. I would get into that.
I mean, I think the Americanized football sounds kind of fun. It
does.
feels like there's going to be a lot of slipping, though.
It feels like a thing that's great for, like, YouTube.
Right.
I feel like that's what you do when you get drunk in Germany late at night. You know?
Come up with weird sports.
Yeah, it's like December. It gets dark at 3 p.m. What are we going to do after work? Let's go play some ice football.
Also, I feel like in German, it probably is like a 17-syllable word or something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
instead of the
yeah,
translation.
instead of like
football word.
Right, exactly.
What's up, fool?
Definitely worth the watching it on YouTube. Check it out. It's worth a watch. So I recently got NBA 2K25. The game was on sale during this All-Star weekend, all that stuff. First thing I did when I popped on the game, started a Laker franchise, thought it was pretty interesting. Very first thing that happened was, do you want to give LeBron James a farewell tour? Kind of a deal.
That's in 2K?
In 2K, yeah.
Oh, wow.
This year, as in 2024,
That's an option?
2025,
Right?
yeah. It didn't even, think about that kind of a deal. So it got me thinking, when LeBron is said and done, going to retire, do you think he wants the farewell tour, or does he kind of not want that? So you think he's going to play it out?
100%. Come on now. Come on. Like, LeBron, he loves it. I think he loves attention. I think the celebration, he should get a farewell tour.
I mean, I think he should. I didn't know if he would want one or if he would just be very, like, season's over and then, like, call a press conference and just say, that's it. Thank you for the memories. I'm out.
I'm going to send a fax.
Yeah, I feel it'd be more than a fax, but less than a tour.
That's how Tim Duncan did it. He sent a fax.
That's perfectly Tim Duncan.
Right. That would be the least LeBron James thing ever, to just retire.
Just to leave.
Yeah, he's going to go out. He's going to get the whole pomp and circumstance, of course. Might be next year.
It's soon, right? I mean, it's in the
I think
next
it's 2
couple
or 3
years.
years. It depends on if he wants to play with Bryce, too.
It's in the next couple years, though.
To get that tour, though, he'd have to announce, before the
season.
Though, I mean,
well, Kobe did that. It was like maybe 10, 15 games in.
That he announced.
Yeah, he said like this is it.
And it was because he played a little bit and wasn't very good, and he was like, you know what? If I'm not gonna be good, then let's hang it up. And then he played the rest of the year.
Yeah, and then obviously had that phenomenal final game.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
Okay, there was the news that came out yesterday about MLB and ESPN apparently mutually parting ways. Very interesting. The Manfred said the league has not been pleased with the minimal coverage outside of the actual live game coverage. Their Sunday Night Baseball, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you agree with this? Has ESPN, the TV shows, more or less not been covering baseball to that extreme?
We used to have Baseball Tonight.
We did.
Yeah.
But, I still see the highlights on
I
ESPN.
think we do a
they
lot.
Still talk about it. I don't think it's,
Well, I think it's more that we used to have a whole show, and we used to devote a lot more resources to it. Now you get it on sports, and you get it within the shows that are already there. But, for example, there's NFL Live, there's NBA Today, there's no Baseball Tonight. There used to be. So that's a big difference.
So, I do miss baseball.
I do too.
I was
love baseball.
A regular watcher of baseball tonight.
Same.
I do miss it. I also say for Manfred, this is sort of a be careful what you wish for kind of thing. I mean, ask the NHL how it worked out when they landed on Versus for a couple of years, and that really hurt their profile for a while. So, be careful when you end up on the Roku channel or whatever it is, and people can't find you on a regular basis.
Plus, there's a grand stage with Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
It's ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
Don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
And I think they have for a little while.
They really have. And so, good luck. Someone will sign them to a deal. It could be a streaming service. Who knows? Maybe Apple increases their package. Maybe Amazon or somebody else like that jumps in. But I don't think you realize how much reach you are getting with ESPN right now.
What's up, fool?
Okay, so we know last year Dustin May, was on the rehab, about to come back to pitch, and Los Angeles Times put out an article this week, kind of finally saying what caused his esophagus injury, and apparently he was, got a piece of salad stuck in his throat, and that tore his esophagus.
What kind of salad was he eating?
That's what I'm saying here. So the whole thing, when it first came out that it was an esophagus injury, I thought it was very weird too. Didn't really, get the whole story. But yeah, it was a piece of salad that got stuck in his throat and tried washing it out, all that stuff. but it ended up tearing something in his esophagus.
That's terrifying.
Terrible.
It is. Okay, maybe I'm the jerk here. I'm not buying that.
Really?
A piece of salad?
I mean,
what kind of salad? I mean, it was like a taco salad. Like
it's got to be kale.
Like
kale's rough, man.
Right? Like I mean,
kale's like sometimes you bite into it, it's like cardboard.
I feel like
you know?
arugalu's not doing that to you. Like what?
Kale.
I don't know.
Kale, like especially the blue kale.
Maybe. I want to know. I want to know what salad this
more.
is.
Is this like chopped up carrots? Is
Where
it hard?
did you get it? You know, like I need more information than just salad.
But how does it just get stuck and then rip something?
I mean,
that's kind of terrifying for all of us.
Were you not chewing it? Like what? Did you just try to eat? I'm baffled. That's all.
And apparently it wasn't like a choking situation because he said like, oh, he felt something and he tried to flush it down with water.
Yeah,
and it was
that's
kind
what
of
you
a
do.
thing, right? Have you guys ever experienced like that split second of, oh, snaps, like I might be choking here? Or
the closest I ever come is when I get the dry patch in the back of my throat. That's the one. Have you ever get that?
Yeah, I've had that before.
I've had 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're like, oh my God. And it's really embarrassing.
I feel like as a kid, I once got like a fish bone stuck in my throat. I remember that, like, as I got a family function, and I was like eating a piece of fish and like a bone. And I think I remember like my grandmother's advice was just like to eat some bread and have like the bread sort of push it down or whatever. It seemed to work. I'm
fishbone
here now.
Yeah.
So it worked
That'd
out.
be scary though.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Brian?
Yeah, there was one time in college luckily I was with my roommates and it was like a real thing. Like he
They
did
have the Heimlich?
He did the
Oh,
Heimlich.
you did
wow.
Yeah. I mean,
What'd it feel like?
I don't even remember. I just remember like just being. I don't even can't.
Just like one minute you were eating, the next minute your friends were just like standing over you, like, "Hey, are you all right?"
And then a couple minutes later, laughing at the whole situation, kind of deal. Like, "Oh my God, can you believe that just happened?"
Somebody had Heimlich you.
Yeah.
Did you spit something out?
I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was chicken. I think I was eating just like chicken breast kind of deal.
Dang.
Just watching TV, and down the wrong pipe, maybe. I don't know, but just one of those things. But the feeling of it was very, very scary.
Scary.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the split second and all that.
Where you
stuff.
like really can't breathe.
Right. Yes. And
That's actually one of my big terrifying things. Ooh. I need to know more about this.
Glad you made it through there, man.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, I don't know if it needed the Heimlich fully, but it was applied. You know what I mean? I don't know if somebody else was in that situation. I would have no idea how to do the Heimlich.
I mean, we've seen it in movies.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I feel like
you put your hands underneath.
I took like a CPR class many years ago.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully it comes back to me.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
I got one more here for you guys.
Okay.
So I saw this story yesterday, which just freaked me out. Apparently, 300 restaurants in San Diego are closing this year alone because of vermin infestations, bugs infestations. So a 2-part question here for you.
Oh.
Have you ever been to a restaurant and seen, a bug crawling around? Because I've been to a couple, and I have a couple stories. And then also, knowing that this happened and then the restaurant closed, opened back up, per Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. Yeah. Would you go back to a place like this?
I mean, I've been places where I've seen critters.
Yeah.
I've seen like little creepy crawlies. The second, but the whether or not I go back would depend on how much I like the place, like how good the food was and how much I liked it. Because part of me is just like, hey man, if your food's really good and you're really busy, maybe you don't have time to clean as much as you want to.
But even sometimes if you clean, you can still get stuff.
Sometimes you can still get stuff. So yeah, it depends on if it's a mediocre restaurant, I'm probably not going back. But if it's really good, I'll look the other way.
Everybody gets a second chance.
Yeah.
Probably most things are cooked.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. There was one time I was with my family eating, and my dad got an organic salad, and there was a couple bugs in it.
Oh.
And their
it's in the name, organic.
Yeah.
Well, that was what they said. They said, "Sorry, it's organic." I was like, "Okay, what? You gonna wash the lettuce?"
Yeah, wash it. I mean, I'm one of those weird celery juice people in the morning.
Okay.
So when you get the celery from the market, you can't just pop that thing in the
man,
juicer.
there's dirt and bugs and stuff in it. Yeah.
You gotta really wash that out.
Yeah.
So I'm used to that organic stuff.
That's how you tear your esophagus, apparently.
This is really scary.
Stuff like that.
Where else do you see bugs?
Well, one place I saw one was Denny's. Cockroach, probably about this big, on the wall. So not even on the ground.
Denny's,
all that. Never been back to a Denny's.
There's a wide variance in the different locations. You know what I'm saying? Just a wide variance. Yeah. All right.
what I got for you today.
Good
Okay,
times.
good one.
Ramona, are you the GOAT? Are you the Lakers' greatest fan of all time?
Yeah, ESPN LA and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers at GOAT, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the GOAT? If so, you can win the ultimate fan package, including a year's supply of BBGO and courtside seats. For more information, go to LakersGoat.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com. The entry period is February 20th through March 12th. How to enter? Tell us your favorite Lakers memory by submitting a post on Instagram, X, Facebook, or TikTok. Confirm your entry using the hashtag LakersGoat, hashtag promotion, and follow ESPN Los Angeles.
There it is. Got one more hour left to go in the show. Dodgers right now trailing 5-1. Pitching has not been great. Might it get better had we had robot umps? We'll discuss that and more coming up next. Mason and Ireland, Marcas and Momo in on ESPN 710.
This is Los Angeles.
The city of angels.
It's Hollywood.
Star effing driven town.
It's showtime.
Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Go!
It's Lake Show.
Where the spotlight never fades and the stars shine the brightest.
A town known for big names and big moments.
Back to LeBron. They're going back and forth here, up and down. LeBron to the rim, another one. 2 tomahawk dunks.
Because in LA, it's not only about the game.
It's about the stars that make history in the city of champions.
This for me is a fresh start. I get to play in LA. I get to play for the Lakers and many, many legends pass here, many championships. So that's my goal.
LA's new superstar goes by the name of Luka, and he plays right here
on 710 ESPN.
Star effing driven town.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows. Fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet.
Kendrick Lamar bringing us back in here. Final hour. Mason and Ireland. Marcus Grant, Ramona Shelburne hanging out. Brian, you're sporting a Not Like Us Dodger hoodie today.
That's right. It's a nice little combination of all LA.
It's all things Los Angeles,
That's right.
really is what it is.
Right, you're a cool guy.
You're a cool guy.
Thank you very
You
much.
just like roll up. You're cool.
I don't care what Greg
Got a
says.
good vibe.
I don't care what Greg says about you.
How
What is he
dare
saying,
you?
huh?
How dare you? You know, Brian. I just praised him a whole bunch yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And today.
Thank you.
And every day, because he's amazing at his job.
He's just like a happy guy too. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you go home and like road rage or something, but
But
seems
at
like
least
a happy
here,
dude.
at least here you seem very pleasant all the time.
I appreciate it.
Always in a good mood.
There it is.
Yeah.
Dodgers maybe not in a good mood. They're down 5-1.
It's spring training.
It's spring training. Like, no one cares.
No.
Like the weather's nice.
It's over.
It's like this is the pleasant part of the year in Arizona, right?
So nice.
Like I have a good friend who lives like in Chandler, and I tell him all the time, like I can visit you from like January to like late March.
Yeah, maybe early April.
Maybe early April. After that, it's unpleasant, and if you want to hang out, you got to come out here to LA.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Dodger pitching has not been great to start the season. I mean, obviously it's spring training, it's 2 games, whatever. Greg and Clinton Yates and I yesterday had a conversation about robot umps because they are coming. They'll be able to challenge balls and strikes. Greg was very much in favor. CY and I very much not. Your thought. Where do you fall on robot umps, Mom?
I have generally been a baseball traditionalist, so I fell into your category on your side of the fence. But I am intrigued by the idea of having the home plate umpire be a robot ump.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Like an actual robot, though? Like
no, just like...
So just have the...
Those proto-clones?
No, that was creepy. I need nothing like that ever
is
again.
it actual robot? Or isn't it just
no, I
like
think it's just
a camera back
computerized
there?
system, yes. Exactly.
I
not
mean,
an actual robot.
There's some bad umps. There's some bad umps out there.
A lot.
There's a lot of bad umps, and I think it would. And the robot umps, like they'll just know if it's a ball or a strike. The pitcher will know. They're not working on framing. They're not like. I'm intrigued by that idea. I will miss the manager ump interactions. I do think you need them. You need umpires out there.
Yes.
Like on the base pass, I think you need to see that because I don't think you can catch all the things that go on into a play. Mm-hmm. Like a robot can't. I don't know. They got good stuff with AI.
So the I don't know.
I
don't think it's really AI, but either way, there is still going to be a guy back there. You're still get the manager umpire interaction.
Okay.
You're still going to get the calls at the plate. There's still things that he has to be aware of and is in control of. It's just balls and strikes that is going to go through the system. And I
so
honestly
he has to
think,
say what the ball and strike is. It's like in his ear.
Yeah, it just that fast.
Okay.
And so they get it. It shouldn't take up any time. I just think that there is a zone, and the problem is that these umpires have different zones, and that zone changes within the game itself. Yeah. And from game to game, it's just not really fair for a hitter at that point. So I am very much for the robot umps, and you are not. So we're 2-2 right now.
Yeah. So we're. I think Momo's more not in favor. She's just
I'm
intrigued.
open-minded on the balls and strikes.
She's intrigued. Okay, so I guess we are sort of split now.
Yeah, Brian,
I'm just open-minded on balls and strikes. That's it.
You want to break the tie?
I kind of like the challenge aspect of it, the 2 challenges. So behind home plate, a couple challenges a game. I don't like that every call is being made like that. But if 99% of the calls are made by the human umpire, and then the ones that are missed are checked and corrected, I don't have a problem with that. I kind of like that.
I will say this. If there's anywhere we could have robot umps or some sort of AI, I would like it on check swings because that to me feels like the most inconsistent call across all of them. I have no idea what a check swing is, what incorporates a swing. Like it feels like it is different, not just with each umpire, but literally from from check to check. It just is different all the time.
Yeah, I also like the best comparison is tennis, where they have it's just all computerized now.
Right.
The ball's in or out.
Right.
Do you know, like John McEnroe wouldn't have even been mad at anybody.
I mean, like
if they had that when he played,
it would have killed his brand a lot. Yeah.
That's the tennis one works really well.
Works
right?
really well.
It's basically perfect. They actually show the ball and they hit it. It's
in or out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that. I think that works. I would actually like for the NFL to adopt something like that.
For the goal line.
Well, just for
spotting the ball.
Spotting the ball, right?
Spotting the ball.
I say this all the time. I carry a miniaturized computer in my pocket that gives me access to all the information in the known universe.
Yeah.
We measure 10 yards with a stick, a chain, and old men's eyes.
Yeah.
That is how we measure 10 yards.
I know.
That makes no sense.
And it's so important. And you see, I mean, it really changed.
Ask the Buffalo Bills.
Ask the Bills. Ask the Chiefs. Yeah.
So that is where I think I might be okay. But I like the idea of humans still calling balls and strikes.
I know, but there's some really bad umps.
There are.
It's like it's a lot of them too. And like even the
it's
good
not just
ones.
Angel Hernandez. It's not just him.
There's so many.
I don't think they're as bad as you make them. I think having K-Zone and having that box up there has completely skewed our perspective on balls and strikes.
I'm glad you brought that up because we're watching these games right now.
Right.
And it's spring training. There's no K-Zone. both Brian and I at one point in this game said, "Ooh, that was a bad call. That looked like a strike."
Well,
and
sure,
they
it
called
was
the
always
ball.
going to be bad. I mean, if you're
don't actually need that square anymore.
But if you're officiating on average 250 to 275 pitches a game, yeah, you're going to miss a few. I mean, it's just life.
That's fine. I mean, again, when it comes to like the borderline ones, I'm okay with those going one way or the other because it's borderline. Like that's sometimes like if a ball just hits the corner of a plate, like okay, like that's whichever way you go on that, that's just your eyes. But it's the egregious ones, way inside, way outside, way up, way down, and it goes and it keeps changing throughout because this umpire decides what he thinks is a strike and what he thinks is a ball. That to me is a problem. It's a problem for the game itself.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still some merit, at least for what we do, in having those, being able to have those arguments. I think there's something about being a fan and watching the game and having those arguments that I think is still at least entertaining. And I think one, the K Zone has done something. I think the fact that sports betting and gambling is such a big part of it, and now you have so much more money changing hands, has fueled this desire that we have to somehow quote unquote get everything right. And spoiler alert, we will never ever ever get everything right.
No, of course not. But also, like there's the pitch framing aspect of it, like where guys are actually stealing strikes that are like, and
that feels like gamesmanship.
That is gamesmanship, but also the same. They're fooling these umpires because like a pitch, because of how they keep their arm and they just can lift it straight up, so it looks like it's in the middle of the plate and it's actually 2 feet below the plate. Like that's.
I mean, but that to me, that's no different than
all of this is arbitrary.
Maybe not flopping, but basically gaming your way into a foul or a free throw or something like that. It feels similar.
Is there anything that's similar in other sports that is as arbitrary as calling a ball on a strike when it's all over the place and it's really up to the one guy behind the plate?
Pass interference.
That's
pass interference.
Which is also nonsense to me.
Yeah,
that is the biggest play in football. You get a 65-yard pass interference, and it's like nope. We're calling it pass interference.
I'm actually in favor of the NFL changing to something akin to the college rule, where it's the it's either 15 yards or the spot.
Agreed.
Like I feel like, or at least in the NFL, you can have like a major and minor pass interference, right? Where if it's kind of like incidental, you sort of trip over each other, then it's like 15 yards. Like if it's like you're going to beat me for a touchdown and I'm going to grab you and just yank you down,
sure, then
that's a big penalty. Like I'm okay. I would be okay with something like that.
It's like a major and minor penalty in hockey. It's a major and minor pass interference. Love it. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So there it is. Talking earlier about Mookie Betts making the move to shortstop. Greg, you and I were talking before about this roster. I mean, Mo, we're looking at this thing. There are not a lot of spots available. We've got Mookie in the middle infield. How do they work all these guys in? I mean, Hai-Sung Kim's coming in. You got Kike Hernandez back. It just doesn't feel like there's enough at bats, enough innings for everybody, right?
It just always works itself out for the Dodgers. Like it's a long season. People can play. They can do matchup based. You can have guys that. There's certain guys that probably shouldn't play every time. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't play every game. They get worn down. You got your Freddies who are going to play every game. You got your Mookies going to play every game. But like for the most part, like Dave Roberts and everybody, they can play matchups. They can play based on who needs a blow that day. Who needs you can keep everybody fresh. I think it'll work out. It's just if you play on a team like this, you have to be okay not playing every single day. I know as a ball player, like it's easier when you know your name's gonna be in the lineup. You know how to prepare. You're out there every day. You're not worried about it. Like it's hard to catch a rhythm. And so there's certain players who can live like that and who can perform very well like that, and there's others who don't do well with that.
Yeah.
And so they get new guys in there every year. You see how they play and how they handle that situation.
I mean, it feels like Miguel Rojas was one of those guys who knew he couldn't play every day, who was happy being a platoon
he gets
guy.
worn down.
There was a point where he sort of had to just because circumstances kind of forced him into that, but he definitely felt like, hey, look, I get it. I need a couple days off, let somebody else handle things, and it's going to be fine. Does it mean something that Dave Roberts hasn't gotten a contract extension yet with this club?
It might.
That he's still a kind of a lame duck, if you will?
I think they'll get it done, but it's probably about money. It's probably about how much
as are
they're
most
pay
things,
him
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
he won a World Series, so I think he's safe.
Right. I mean, so like Greg, how much? Because I know you were on the hey, if Dave doesn't win a World Series, he's got to go. Let's
remind Greg of that.
How much?
We
should absolutely
totally fine, and I'm not against the opinion still.
But how much? So how much rope does he get now?
I'm just trying to mess with your mentions.
Thanks, appreciate that. Now he has as much rope as he wants. He should get a lifetime contract in my mind.
Whoa, lifetime contract.
Lifetime, huh?
He did everything that he was supposed to do. He got to the World Series. He won the World Series. He made all the right decisions in the postseason using
Lifetime
mostly his
contract's
gut.
pretty strong.
No. I mean,
Can I have a lifetime contract?
Now looking back at what he's done. Now he's gone to 4 World Series. He's won 2 of them. One was a shortened year, but he's still one of the big ones. He got cheated out of another, and he's consistently having him in the spot that he's supposed to. He did not lose to his division rival 3 years in a row in the division round. That was the biggest thing for me. You could not lose to the Padres. If he lost to the Padres,
Like they lost to the Diamondbacks.
no, Padres, Diamondbacks, Padres again. You're fired. I don't care what sport it is. If you lose to your division rivals in the first round of the playoffs 3 years in a row, you're done.
Man, you swing back and forth.
No.
You went from
he
he
won.
should be fired to lifetime contract.
I mean,
I don't even believe in lifetime contracts.
He's 52 years old. That's a long time.
He can be the manager of the
It's
Dodgers.
like a Supreme Court justice or something. You're like,
in my mind, at this point, because he won.
so
and
he's
because he proved
87 years old.
Still,
and you're like,
managing,
that lifetime contract.
When like
it can
Shohei
be as long
Ohtani
as he
Jr. is
wants
hitting third in the lineup.
as long as he wants to be the Dodgers manager, I am totally okay with it.
Wow.
1,000%.
Brian, make sure we get that clipped off.
All right, can we
I'll
hold on
say
to
it
that
tomorrow
somewhere?
if you want me to on a Saturday.
So like 2 years from now, we'll just throw that right back in your face.
I'm sure I'll change my mind when he does
I'm
something
sure you
stupid
will,
and
yeah.
he leaves Lance Lynn again at
Lance
65 years
Lynn.
old to give up 17 home runs.
Which I guess is a good point to mention. The Blue Review comes back soon.
Yes, it does. Blue Review comes back the week of the Japan series. So
Oh, wow.
Monday, March 17th, we are going to have the first episode of the Blue Review.
Are we going to try to do a live stream during the Japan games? Because if we do, I'm
real late
I'm
at
telling
night.
you right now, I'm not going to be there.
No,
Yeah.
I'm out. We'll talk about
What
it
time are those
afterwards.
games? Like 2 in the morning?
Yeah, something like
No.
that.
No, thank you.
I can't do that.
I used to be able to do
Did
all-nighters.
Did you watch because remember during the pandemic when there was no sports, right? Like
Yes.
the Korean baseball games were on at like 2 in the
I
morning.
did not watch that.
Okay.
No, I had a 2-year-old.
I mean,
I was like, we're not doing that.
Like, on the
I
one
did stay
hand-
up all night watching the stupid streaming things. I did stay up way late.
I'll say because like on the one hand, like my son had just turned 1.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like I didn't really have anywhere to go or anywhere to be, so like
But during the day, you still got to do stuff.
yeah, I had to be kind of productive.
I mean, I did stay up way too late during the pandemic. I
We
stayed up
all
way
did.
later. Yeah.
we all
You'd be like
ruined
2,
ourselves.
3 in the morning. We're like, what am I doing?
We all ruined ourselves in our own various
Yeah.
ways during the pandemic,
Yeah.
whether it was staying up too late or
Drinking,
or
baking.
any kind. I had a sourdough starter for a long time.
Did you really?
I actually restarted my sourdough starter, but that's for other reasons because I get bored. But I had a sourdough starter.
Wait, can you
yeah.
restart a sourdough starter?
No,
That's kind of gross, right?
No, I just dumped it and then like started a new one, sort of thing.
But aren't they supposed to be like 160-year-old sourdough starters?
Allegedly, but I'm like, I don't buy that because that means, I mean,
No,
unless
that's
you've lived
gross.
in the same place for like
How do
these
you
30
know?
or 40 years, like if I'm moving to a new place,
Yeah.
I'm not taking my sourdough starter with me. We'll just try again.
I mean, it still tastes good, right?
That's it.
Oh, somebody else's moldy bread.
Here, enjoy
Gross.
my grandmother's sourdough starter.
Ugh.
It's a family heirloom. ESPN LA, the Lakers, and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Enter by telling us your favorite Lakers memory and posting to social media. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and must hashtag Lakers Gafote and hashtag promotion. I get it. That's a whole lot of directions, a lot of instructions. You can find them all on LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com. In case you didn't know, I am a nerd. I am going to tell you how much of a nerd coming up here on Mason Island. Marcas and Momo hanging out with the ESPN 710.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Just for Kobe to know my name was amazing for me. I just wish Kobe and Gigi were here to see this moment. I'm excited about this new journey. Happy to be here.
The home of Luka and the Lakers. The ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
Hey, everybody, it's John Ireland. We all like to discuss and debate who we think is the GOAT, right? But the real question is, who is the Gafote? That's right, the Gafote. ESPN LA and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Just upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and be sure to include 2 hashtags, hashtag Lakers Gafote and hashtag promotion. And you can win some serious prizes like courtside seats, Lakers gear, a year's supply of my favorite, BBGO. Bibigo's mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals are ready in minutes. My favorite is the juicy and flavorful steamed dumplings with the sticky white rice. So easy and so good. We're looking for the Lakers Gafote. Is it you?
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Now here's an important message from my friend, Jacob and Ronnie.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Amrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action in the state of California with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awards and winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just got to pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Guys, Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I get my money as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. So download the Prize Picks app, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get a $50 instant bonus after your first $5 lineup. That's Prize Picks. Download the app, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
It's game time.
Who we got here, Brian?
3252.
I think this is DJ Flick. This is a LAFC kind of song
All
they
right.
got going. Yeah.
All right. We got LAFC getting started in the very, very near future, right?
Tomorrow, 1:30.
Okay.
With a pregame starting at 1 o'clock right here on ESPN 710.
All right. So we
Excited
got
for it.
we are doing a giveaway, correct? Like I'm sorry, Greg. I'm flying by the seat of my
No,
pants.
we are very much do. But Mario's here. He wants to come in and talk about
You're
LAFC.
like, hey, Mario,
He is
start
Mr.
talking.
LAFC.
Hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, hey,
What's up, Marcus? What's up, Momo?
Good to
What's
see you.
up?
Good to see you.
Listening to you guys on the way in from the training facility at LAFC.
Look
All
at
right.
you.
Yeah, busy day as always. Yeah, so got the new jersey,
Look at
Right.
you.
new season.
This is
like
got
a
some
polo.
tickets to give away.
It's got a button.
I know, right?
It's a little
How
different
often do
though.
you have jerseys that have a button?
Yeah, this one got the button.
It's
a
because
little
soccer's classy.
Yeah, very classy. And this one is classy because it got that regal type of look too. You know
it
what I
does.
mean? And the collar's a little bit different to where
Yeah, I like it.
you see the back of it there.
Right.
Yeah, it's different.
It's not a full collar. It's just kind of like the tips on the corners. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
This is like men's fashion.
yeah.
Men's fashion experiments with collars and things like that.
I will say though, the LAFC is good. Like their gear, their kits are usually pretty solid.
Yeah.
man.
Ooh,
Like,
you use the right word.
kit, yeah. I know things. Because I think I was here last year, and that was when they debuted kind of the brown, the brown and gold, like
Yeah.
the kind of the 70s style
Retro
one.
look?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was dope.
Yeah, a lot
That
of
was
people
legit
like that
dope.
one. Yeah,
yeah.
a lot
that
of
was
people
real
like that
dope.
one. But this one right here, this is the new one. This is available now. You guys can go out and get this one. It's going to be at the HQ store tomorrow at the season opener at the stadium. Everybody's going to be rocking this one. And a matter of fact, me and Momo, we've been here at the station for a while.
Forever, yeah.
We've been here for a while. So
I think we're the oldest ones here.
I'll do
We've been
anything.
here longer than Greg.
I'll do anything for Momo. Momo,
Yeah.
we go way back. So
Yeah.
I'll literally give the shirt off my back.
wow.
Off my back.
Look at that. Yeah.
I know you like it. I see you kind of got eyes for it. So I'm going to give you this one if you don't mind.
So hype me up on the game tomorrow.
Yeah, so for the game tomorrow, it's against Minnesota United.
He's really going to give it to me.
Literally, I
He's
said
like,
literally.
you can have it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like
Off my
taking
back.
it off.
Off my back.
You have someone underneath? Because, that would be a... Okay.
Oh,
look at
There you
that.
go. There you go.
He pulled it off. He had a whole one underneath
right off my
there.
back.
That was
So,
smooth.
I love it.
Denis Bouanga's leading the squad, of
I'm gonna put it
course. He's the star of the team, along with Olivier Giroud, Hugo Lloris. They're back, and LAFC's going for it.
Who they playing?
Playing against Minnesota United.
Okay.
LAFC is the reigning U.S. Open Cup champions. LAFC won the entire Western Conference last year. So LAFC is going for multiple trophies, as in, in soccer, there's multiple trophies. It's not just going for the MLS Cup.
They got all kinds of cups.
A lot of cups. Some are more prestigious than others. So LAFC's got multiple ones, and right now their CONCACAF Champions Cup is the one that's high priority right now. And we just played that one on Tuesday in Colorado. The pitch was frozen.
Brutal.
It was brutal, yeah.
I saw some clips, and it looked like Olivier Giroud was questioning everything about his life. At
He
a
was.
moment.
I just talked to goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, both Frenchmen,
Right.
And he was like, I was questioning the referees if the conditions were good to actually play a game, because people were getting injured, people were getting hurt. It was like rocks. It was like playing on rocks, because it was literally frozen. The ball would be kind of like bumping on the ground. So it was tough. But now they're back
under that.
They do have a heater under there.
And it's still frozen?
It was like minus something
Yeah, I heard
degrees.
it was like 1
ridiculous.
degree or something like that. It was like really just
kinda
ridiculously
dangerous.
cold.
Yeah.
So now they're back in sunny California this Saturday against Minnesota United for the season opener. And it's gonna be an exciting one. So we have tickets to give away. I don't know if you guys are giving away tickets yet.
Not yet. No, we're gonna do caller number 7. Is that
Caller
what we're
number
doing?
7. Yep.
All right, cool.
Let's do that.
Give us a call 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7. You can go to the LAFC season opener at BMO Stadium against Minnesota United. 64 points. You mentioned the Western Conference champions. If anything like last year, El Tráfico should be a lot of fun, right? LAFC, LA Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
2 teams, 64 points last year. Should be a lot of fun.
Matter of fact, there's another Southern California team as well, San Diego FC.
Okay.
And they play against the Galaxy on Sunday. So that's their season opener.
All right.
That's going to be in Carson. And, San Diego's, they gotta make their mark.
Yeah.
They got to say, hey, we're here, we're for real. And to go up against the Galaxy would be a great statement there to be able to win that game. Galaxy is down. They're injured. Their star, Ricky Puig, is out. He just kept coming off surgery. So for San Diego, I think this is a perfect moment to make a statement in their season opener.
All right, very cool.
Where's your black and gold, Marcus?
I was going to say, is it presumptuous of me if I ask for a shirt? Here?
How about some white and gold?
That works. I can do that too.
Well,
I love it.
This is white and gold. So
Okay.
You want this one?
Please, if you don't
Shirt off
mind.
his back.
You
Look at
guys
that.
something else?
Shirt
Look
right
at
off my
that. I
back.
love that he's just like,
I love it.
he's like a little nesting doll of
really
jerseys
is.
right now.
You've been doing a good job hosting this
I
show.
appreciate
You've been
that.
driving the show.
I
I've been
have.
listening. You've been driving. You've been doing a great job.
Thank
so
you.
Greg made
you
him
earned this
appreciate
one.
it. Thank
you
you.
earned this one right here.
Thanks, Mario.
I appreciate it. Thank you
There
so
you go.
much, Mario.
I want
Greg.
that song again. Come
Greg,
back
Can we
in.
get
you've
the
been holding
song?
it down as producer.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want one?
Yeah,
You've been
yeah,
doing a
you
great
got
job.
another one?
You want one too?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
How many I got left?
Look at that.
Man.
Yeah, look at
I'm about to be
this.
topless. I'm about to be topless in a
This
sec.
is fantastic.
Man.
Fantastic. Mario, we get it
Tomorrow,
done.
1 p.m. right here on ESPN LA 710, 1 p.m. pregame. Join us.
Absolutely.
LAFC, Minnesota United.
Dude, appreciate you stopping by, Mario.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right,
Thank
man. See if he's just got more shirts to hand out to people around the building.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, man. All right, go check it out. LAFC, again, caller number 7. You get tickets to tomorrow's game against Minnesota United at BMO Stadium. Thanks to Mario for stopping by. Thanks for this. This shirt's clean, man. I'm about to...
It's more clean than the one I'm wearing.
Right, exactly. So I have to figure out when I can put this on, when I can wear it, and just kind of cruise. I may just wear it home.
It looks good.
It's like when you were you the person like when you bought a new pair of shoes as a kid, like you wore them out of the store
Immediately, yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
My
with
mom
this.
was always like, "You gotta wash it first," and I was like, "No, I don't."
No,
I'm
I'm just gonna wear it right now. I think I'm gonna wear it right now. Coming up, apparently Gordon Ramsay really made somebody angry, or a lot of somebody's
He does
angry. He tends to do that, and this time there were consequences for it. People stealing from Gordon Ramsay. That's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, Momo and Marcas, in for the guys 710 ESPN.
The wait is over.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
The LAFC season opener is here tomorrow at BMO Stadium.
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA.
The Black and Gold are 7-0 in season openers. Can they make it 8-0?
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, did he?
Giroux, Bawanga, Larice lead Los Angeles Football Club versus Minnesota United to kick off the 2025 MLS season. Coverage begins tomorrow at 1 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
I'm Sia, and I support Humane World for Animals, formerly called the Humane Society of the United States. Together, we have created a new version of Peter Gabriel's beautiful song, Salisbury Hill, to celebrate Humane World for Animals and everything they do. Enjoy the song and join us in helping Humane World for Animals end animal cruelty.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you can skip the agents, the commissions, and the costly repairs. By the time you pay for repairs and agent fees, you could have already sold your home for a fair competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. Here's what Chris Chavez, a real Seller's Advantage customer, had to say, quote, Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. They were helpful, always answered the phone, and willing to help. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor, end quote. Get your free no-obligation cash offer. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Barris Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
would not. Would not be my scene.
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
Win. Mason and Ireland, Marcus Grant, Ramona Shelburne in for the guys here on a Friday. And shout out to Mario Ruiz who hooked us up.
Yeah.
With some.
I'm gonna wear this home.
Some kits. You were giving us a hard time for calling him the kid.
I mean,
A
I grew
shirt.
up in America, and I played soccer, and we had uniforms. I don't know what you got. I mean, like did you watch Ted Lasso?
I
And
did
that's why
watch.
you got
I watched Ted Lasso, and I've watched
I used to watch the Premier League.
Listened to a couple episodes of Men in Blazers. Yeah, this is like I'm fully immersed.
Do you say that you're
now.
a Chelsea follower or supporter?
I'm an Arsenal supporter. Actually. Go Gunners. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I came by it honestly. I was in a pub once in London, like many moons ago, not knowing much about Arsenal, but just they won on a goal right at the end of added time, and the place I was in went berserk, and everybody starts singing songs and buying beers, and I was like, all right, I'm an Arsenal fan now.
Fan, thank you very much. You
Well, that's
used
because I was
the correct term.
Are we getting scarves too?
Oh.
Hey, Parker coming in with scarves. This is dope.
Let's go.
All right, I'm all in. I am now an LAFC supporter.
I'm into it. A fan. Come on, we are in America.
I love their stuff, and I love the
I
scarves.
know it's good stuff, but do we have to call ourselves supporters?
No, I'm a fan.
Yeah, come on.
No, I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
I got
Sure,
a
I'll be a
jersey
supporter.
on.
Yeah.
You got a kit.
Uniform
It's a
on.
kit.
It would just more be a shirt. Like you're not wearing the shorts or anything like it's there. You're not wearing the whole kit.
So
just
it's
a shirt.
not okay. That's fair.
It's just a shirt.
Okay, the name of the league. The name of the league is what?
Major League-
MLS.
Not
Soccer.
Not MLF. Not Major League
Major
Football.
League Soccer. Come on.
So because it's soccer, you can't say the names otherwise?
We're in America.
Do you call, is it a field or a pitch?
It's a field.
It's a field.
I'm on the soccer field.
It's a field.
I'll meet you out on the soccer field.
It's a field.
Come on.
Because it's America, we got to be different because we're
Although-
Americans.
No, it's
Americans.
just what we call it here.
Although I have had some
I don't have
European
enough
friends refer to the
one way or the
baseball
other.
pitch, and that's really confusing.
No.
So
No baseball pitch.
You know what? When you guys call it a kit and the pitch and all that's cultural appropriation.
Okay.
So you're appropriating soccer. You're
You know what?
appropriating English football culture.
The English's culture is not our costume or something like that.
That's right. That's right.
So, speaking of England, Gordon Ramsay is from.
He's legit British.
He is legit British.
From Britain.
He yells at people in his British accent all the
You
time.
down nut.
On his various TV shows. It appears that someone is trying to take their revenge on Gordon Ramsay.
That's what happens when you yell at people.
Right?
They get mad. They want to get back at you.
He has a new restaurant that just opened in London recently called the Lucky Cat.
Are people leaving him bad Yelp reviews?
No. Someone's have stolen nearly 500 miniature cat statues, cat figurines from his restaurant. It is
Where they just keep coming back and taking them?
I guess so. Japanese cat model called Maneki Neko. I hope I pronounced that right.
You didn't, but it doesn't
I probably
matter.
didn't. I
Yes.
apologize.
No
but
one will know.
He has a bunch of them apparently in this restaurant, and about almost 500 have been stolen so far. It comes out to a grand total of £2,000. So it's not a whole lot out of his pocket.
Like they're worth £2,000?
No, each one is worth like $450.
Okay.
But it comes out to like a total of £2,000
And
nearly.
he's upset about it?
I would get it. I mean, it feels like it's more of an annoyance than an actual expense for him.
I feel like they're just selling them on eBay.
Gotta be, right?
That's got to be a thing.
Although it feels like a thing
Like
where
if it's a revenge plot, you should leave him bad Yelp reviews, or you should like put some bugs in his restaurant and make him feel the
But you know what? I mean, this is
stealing little cat statues.
It
That's
depends
not-
how petty you are, right? Because this is a level of petty that I sort of endorse. Like this is me being in like middle school and like finding subscription cards for like Good
Yeah.
Housekeeping and addressing them to kids I didn't particularly care for,
Yeah.
right? Like it's not really harmful. It's just an annoyance sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I'm okay with that.
Like I endorse that level of petty.
But like that's not hardcore revenge.
No.
You sold it to me like I was gonna see some like real
Oh,
destruction.
that they just like
This is just. I mean,
just,
you
like,
probably
spray
didn't even
painted in
notice
front
they're
of
all
his-
gone.
I do wonder how long it took before he
Yeah,
noticed.
they probably take just a few at a time.
Right?
Just like one at a time. Just
It's like when you steal the pens from the hotel. Come on, everybody does that.
Is that wrong?
I think they want you to steal the
I
pen.
think so too. It's like advertising.
Yeah, it's free advertising.
Yeah.
You're going around with a pen of
Right.
their hotel.
But not like stealing the robes. Like that's a bridge too far, right?
It is. They make you pay for it. But
That's right.
the slippers you can take.
Really?
Really?
Yes. Because your feet are in them.
Oh,
so
so
they don't
they
want
wash
to get. No, they
probably don't want to give somebody like athlete's foot or
right.
something
Yeah.
like that.
So they don't want. If you use the slippers, they're
Huh.
yours.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't
cool.
know- What else can you take?
Like the shampoos
Okay,
and the
here.
conditioners.
Well, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
yeah. Like
yeah.
I mean,
Single serves.
I use that because I use those for travel.
Yeah, they're great
travel
for it.
toiletries
What
and
about
stuff.
okay, all right, this is questionable here, but there was this hotel I stayed at recently, and they put the new thing in hotels is to give you to have water on every floor, and they give you a bottle.
Yeah.
so that you can go fill up your own bottle. You know what I mean? Well, the one at this hotel I stayed at was like it was like a nice looking, but clearly plastic bottle that you'd fill up. I was like, I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Why not?
I'm going to just take that.
Right.
Like, it doesn't say the name of the hotel or anything. It just looks normal.
It's just a bottle.
I was like, I probably shouldn't. If they wanted me to take it, they'd probably put their name on it.
Would you have taken it if it were, say, like glass or ceramic or something like that?
No, but plastic felt okay.
Plastic feels okay. Right.
Yeah.
Like that it's easily replaceable.
Yeah, it probably cost them like $1.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
They got in bulk.
Yeah, exactly. They have a ton in a storage room downstairs somewhere, right? That seems okay.
What do you think? I mean, it was a nice looking.
It's fine. If it's plastic, yes.
Yeah.
Totally fine to take. But I take as much stuff as I can from hotels.
I know. Sometimes I just take it just to take. Oh, I need that soap.
Yeah.
No, you don't. I don't
By the
even
way,
use that soap
the
like
best
that.
shampoo comes from the Disney hotel. They got these great little ones that are perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every time I've gone there, I've taken them and I've used them for a
Do
long
they come in
time.
like a regular bottle or the bottle shaped like characters or something?
No, regular bottle.
Okay.
Thankfully, I don't want the.
I mean, I just didn't know if you had like a Cinderella bottle of shampoo or something like that.
Taking it on.
Yeah. But I just feel like I don't even need all this stuff, but I just take it because I feel like
Just because
they
they can.
Want you to take it.
They do, right?
Yeah. At least in my mind, they want you
Yeah,
to
me
take
too.
it.
I leave a tip. I always leave a tip for the housekeeper.
How many people have ended up in trouble with the law because somebody close to them was like, they want you to take it?
Well, like, okay,
Famous last words.
Like you would get a bill, right? You would get a bill if you were.
Yeah, if you're taking something you're not supposed
Yeah, they would
to.
find. I mean, maybe
The robes, they would fine you.
They would find you.
The robe, they probably would. But some of these other things, like they don't because, like, I'm sure so much of it gets taken, it's not even worth the trouble,
right,
to send bills to people for that.
That's right.
You know,
like the pad of paper. Yeah,
I mean,
that too.
Look, I once got a bill from my cable company for 2 cents. I was like, it cost you more to mail this to me than what the actual bill is. Like, you can eat those 2 pennies. It's fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, Game of Games time coming up.
Game of Games time.
Already?
It is. We've gotten to that point in the show. It's Brian's game, right? You got the game coming up?
I'm going to go back to back. I won my last game.
Ooh, all right.
I wasn't here yesterday, but I was here on Wednesday.
Yeah, CY had a great come from behind win yesterday.
Yeah?
Brian. Jeez,
Brian blew a 3-1 lead. He had a 28-3 lead and let it get away.
Wow.
Charger.
You know what?
You
did. You charged it. So today is Brian's game. I guarantee you he will not lose. We'll do that coming up after the break, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I just think in this arena, as accomplished as DeMarco is in his, I would say I'm the more accomplished one.
Oh, really?
That's not being disrespectful. I think that's just being honest.
I don't know. I mean, I think DeMarco's going to come in tomorrow with his resume and say, put it down.
I love DeMarco. We can compare resumes.
Okay, I think we should do it.
In the NFL, he's got me. I mean, I have no chance.
Okay.
I'm literally a peasant compared to the king.
But in broadcasting?
I got him there.
Like, by what score? What's the final score?
Kind of like, like when he was on The Greatest Show on Turf. It's kind of like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like a Super Bowl of this year's situation. Like
Well, I don't know if I go that far.
Wow.
You're the Eagles and he's the Chiefs.
I mean, it's over at halftime? Like the whole thing?
No, not over at halftime.
No?
He gets into the third quarter.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
Does he?
yeah.
First play of the third quarter.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No. Not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
NextGen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, NextGen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from NextGen. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
I think what I said was, if you do wet your pants, it's at least warm for a little while. And
but where does that come from?
I don't know. I'm just talking to you.
And here's where
this is where I do not believe you. Like, as adult men, you've never had an accident. Come on.
They're not Cappy, bro.
He has different underpants just for that reason.
It's Trav and D-Far. Back Monday after Clinton and Friends.
On LA's Mega Sports Station, 710 ESPN.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Oh, National Margarita Day. Because tequila, lime, and salt solve problems my therapist can't. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Celebrate National Margarita Day. And then, book your stay for the same night. Get a room for as low as $109.
Number 2.
Get a supersonic portable radio when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
Ricky Smiley, live March 29th.
Morongo, good times.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
No Mace. Instead, it's Marcas Grant, Ramona Shelburne, here for Game of Games on a Friday, joined by the one and only Jacob and Ronnie. Good to see you, Jacob. How are you?
Nice to see you guys. Fridays, man. I'm not used to Fridays. So
Yeah,
this is
what's
good.
up? It's a little looser on Fridays.
A little bit.
I see.
You know, like Dad's away. They gave the kids the keys, and we're going to have some fun with it. There it is.
Let's do it.
There it is. Brian Cohen, it is your game today. What we got?
All right, so I got a little bit of a spring training edition
Ooh,
game
I like
here.
this.
Okay.
So,
all right.
variation of true, false, multiple choice, and buzz in. So I will let you know before each one.
Okay.
And this first one is a buzz in. You might want to hear the whole question before you jump on.
Okay.
Jacob's favorite. He loves the buzzing.
Only 2 buzzers.
I gave him the dirty look. They couldn't see me.
All right, here we go. Number 1. Name the state and the name of the 2 spring training leagues. So the
Marcus. Arizona is the Cactus League, and Florida is the Grapefruit League.
Correct.
No, that's one.
There's LeBron and Luka.
There's LeBron and Luka, too. They're both.
I knew that. I just thought there was going to be more to the question.
Yeah, you said wait till the end, so I'm like waiting till the end.
I was like, I'm just going to go for it. This could blow up in my face. We're going to do it.
The first spring training was said to be in 1870 when the Chicago White Stockings and the Cincinnati Red Stockings held camps in which state? A, New Orleans, B, New Jersey, or C, New York?
Is it buzz in or? Sorry, that's me. Marcus, I'm supposed to run this. Marcus.
Well, one of those was not a state.
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
So I'm going to say New Jersey.
Momo.
New York.
Jacob.
I'll go with Jersey as well.
I'm going to say Jersey also.
Jersey is the correct
Yeah.
answer.
Marcus, Jacob, and
Why would they have spring training in Jersey?
I don't know.
It's not very warm there.
They're all on the East Coast.
Okay.
you got that right, Marcus?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Momo,
the only
no.
one who got it wrong.
Okay.
Another multiple choice here. What year was the last year that the Dodgers held their spring training in Florida?
Oh.
2006, 2008, 2010.
Okay,
Momo.
wait. I think I'm going to get this. Hold on.
Yeah, you're going first too.
10.
Jacob.
I will go with 2008.
Yeah, 8 for me too, Marcus.
I'm going to go 10.
It is 2008.
8, Jacob
really?
and Greg. We are tied,
I thought it
Jacob.
was later than that.
Next one, true or false? Every field at the now Dodger Stadium or Dodgers training facility, Camelback Ranch, is the exact dimensions of Dodger Stadium or the Chicago White Sox Rate Field.
Interesting. Jacob, true or false?
I will go with false.
I am going to say true. Marcus.
I'm going to say false.
Momo.
I think that's true.
It is false.
Oh, Jacob and Marcus get the point.
They each only have one replica field of exact dimensions.
By the way, Momo, you have none
Bagel.
so far.
Yeah, bagel.
Marcus 3, Jacob 3, Greg 2, Momo looking for the Momo.
No, I'm going to get one.
Multiple choice
I'm not
here.
going for the moment.
Multiple choice. Ryan Howard in 2006 hit 58 home runs in the regular season and took the NL MVP award. He also has the record for most home runs during spring training. How many did he hit? 8, 11, or 14?
It's me. I will say 11, Marcus.
I'm going to say 8.
Momo.
14.
Jacob.
I'll go with 11 as well.
Happy you did. It is 11.
11. Oh, Jacob takes the lead. Look at that. Coming in on a Friday, get
I
a
like
lead.
Fridays.
Starting blocks over here. Okay, here we go.
All right, this is the last buzz-in, so buzz-in here. Last year, a new spring training series debuted with Paul Skeens and Jackson Holliday before either of them made their debut. The series is back this year, March 13th. What is the series called?
Yeah, I got no clue.
Okay, Momo. Field of Dreams.
Good guess, but no.
Okay.
Greg, rookie sensations.
I had no idea.
I'm not even going to take a shot.
I'm not doing it.
Marcus, you got something?
Marcus, Battle of the Bayou. I have no idea.
No, Spring Breakout.
Spring breakout.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, they did it for the first time last
Obviously
year.
got
This
a
year,
huge
it's coming back.
reception.
So I've
last
always
year.
made traction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many more you got? Because I got to get one.
3 more.
Okay,
3
good.
more. All right, so that
right,
means that
here we
Jacob,
go.
you have to start going first with the lead.
All right, multiple choice. The rest is all multiple choice.
Oh, thank
here.
God. Okay.
Which country singer signed a minor league contract for the Padres in 1999 and went 1 for 22 at the plate?
Okay.
Darius Rucker, Keith Urban, or Garth Brooks?
Jacob.
What year again?
1999.
Okay.
I will go with Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I like that one. I'll go Garth Brooks. Marcus?
I don't have to go opposite yet, do I?
You do not.
All right. Then, yeah, I'm going to say Garth Brooks also.
Momo.
Who are the other people?
Darius Rucker or Keith Urban?
I'll go Darius Rucker.
It is Garth Brooks.
It is Garth Brooks. I remember that actually happening,
Really?
too. Momo,
Yeah.
you're 2 away from the Momo.
Oh, man.
I knew it wasn't Darius Rucker, and I feel like Keith Urban's Australian.
He's Australian.
Right?
Totally remember Garth
I
Brooks
feel
doing
like Garth
this.
Brooks is way older than that. But
Yeah.
okay.
Jacob has
Garth
5.
Brooks, isn't he like
I have 4.
16?
Marcus has 4. So 2 left, Jacob. Hold on to that.
Multiple choice.
No pressure.
here.
No pressure.
When Mookie Betts won his American League MVP in 2018, what did his spring training look like? He went A, 0 for 16, B, 2 for 22, or C, 15 for 21?
Jacob, you have to go first.
I will go with B.
I will go with 2 for 22. Marcus.
I'm going to say he was hot. Go with 15 for 21 or whatever.
15
it was.
for 21.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he was hot too.
15 for 21? Yeah.
Nobody got it. He was 0 for 16.
Oh, wow.
Didn't get a
Oh,
hit
wow.
all
Oh,
the
I
spring
went
training.
Was that one of the options?
Yeah,
that was
okay,
A.
that was A.
That was A. Oh, man.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Oh, it's getting
Oh,
close
this is it.
here.
So we got multiple things happening here. Jacob is going for the win, and Momo is going for the Momo. Last one right here. Come on, Momo.
I don't want it. I don't want this one. I don't want to wear this on a baseball game. Come on.
Spring training.
God.
All right, here we go. In 2015, Will Ferrell famously played for 10 teams in spring training in a span of 5 games. Ferrell got up to the plate 2 times. What did he do in those 2 plate appearances? A, 0 for 2, 2 groundouts, ball never left the infield. B, he was 0 for 0, he was hit by a pitch and bunted. Or C, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Jacob.
I will go with C.
I'm going to go with he was 0 for 0 and got hit by a pitch and bunted and all that stuff. Marcus?
I think he hit 2 ground balls. I don't think he got anything out of the outfield. Or out
Momo.
of the infield.
This is for it. It's all right here, Momo.
A.
Ooh, it is the over 2-strikeout.
Jacob gets the win, and he is the winner. And Momo gets the Momo.
Congratulations!
There you go.
Congratulations!
Momo.
Congratulations to you both for your respective accomplishments.
I like Fridays.
Jacob's coming back on
Congrats,
Fridays now.
Jacob.
everybody.
Look at that.
Yeah, it feels good.
I know what happens
man.
is you get close to losing all of them, and then you just pretend to not try. Like, oh, I want this one. I want to be the loser.
We all
never-
tried. And then, you got it. At least, and this makes it so
I
much
was
better,
trying.
Momo. You
I
got
was
it
trying
because you were
every single
actually
one of them. I
trying.
did not know any of those
That's
answers.
fantastic. I need to write this all down.
Jacob, I gotta ask you
I'm
because
mad now.
obviously
I'm gonna leave early.
Luka's here. Big things are happening. Your thoughts on what you've seen so far with the new Luka Lakers?
So exciting,
Mm-hmm.
no question about it. I know that everybody's expecting for Luka to come out and score 50 points a game. I like the fact that him and LeBron are playing off of each other. When I was watching the game the other night and Luka was actually the one who was playing off the ball, it showed me that they're really trying to work this out. Luka knows that he's still not fully in shape. So for that reason, he is letting LeBron still do his thing. But it's very odd for me to see Luka coming down and having LeBron on a wing, which, literally in a three-point wing right next to the baseline. So I'm super excited, not just for what's going to happen now, but what's going to happen, in the future. I love what Austin Reeves is doing. That game that we lost, it was a ridiculous, for him to get tossed based on, complaining about a call that actually
Too many F words apparently.
Is that what it was? I didn't know that there was a limitation on how many you got before you get kicked out.
There is a limit.
Yeah, but I mean, that game was going very well until he got thrown out, and then they went on a 21-0 run. So to answer it, I'm very excited. I obviously am a little concerned about what's going to happen with the defense. I think you can watch it. Offense is not going to be a problem, but I am super excited. Tuesday night, this is like one of the games that I'm most excited to go to.
Yeah,
just
Lakers,
because
Mavs.
Yeah.
he gets to play against his old team. They're here. It's
That's
in our
awkward.
home. So, yeah, it's awkward for sure. And I know the place is going to be going crazy. So I like games like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's awkward for him. It's only awkward because his teammates are fine. Like he didn't have a problem with them.
None.
Yeah.
I don't think Jason Kidd. No, I think he's fine with Jay Kidd. Like it's just a matter of is ownership there, is the management there.
You guys expect
If I were them, I'd show up.
You expect a warm welcome for? Well, I guess AD's not playing, right? But he'll be in the. I would expect he'll be in the building,
yeah.
right?
They'll probably do a video for him.
I would think so, right?
Yeah.
I will expect a very, very warm welcome for him.
If he's there, I don't know. I don't know if he's traveling because
Yeah.
he's an injury right
I mean, this feels like one he might travel to just because, maybe. I don't know.
If I was him, I would save it for when I could play. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it when I was injured. Plus, it's a real injury he has.
Yeah. All right.
And I was sad when I saw him go down. You know what I mean? To me, when that trade occurred, it was one of those trades that was a win-win for both teams. They needed a big. I don't think that we would have ever counted on AD to be our 1A here.
Yeah.
So it wasn't looking that great. And for us to have an opportunity to bring an actual 1A was great for us. And they need a big who can play off their guards. And I thought it was going to be great. So
yeah, I mean, I know that's going to be a big game on Tuesday. About Saturday night though, because they're playing the Nuggets.
Yeah.
That feels big.
Yeah, feels a little bit like a measuring stick game, just to kind of see where we are against one of the contenders in the Western Conference. Just kind of get a good feel for kind of where the Lakers sit right now. It seems.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are talking about the fact that they're going to have to outscore, their opponents, and that's how they're going to beat somebody like Denver. So I would really love to be able to see how the high-powered offense is going to do and who's going to step up. I mean, listen, we watched already the game. They lost the game where Gabe Vincent and Dorius Finney-Smith were out, and you were able to see how much value they bring to the defense. And I think this is a nice measuring stick. I'm excited. We haven't beat Denver in a long time, so it would be nice.
Absolutely. Jacob, good to see you. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it. Feels good. It's a good way to go into the weekend.
There it is. Good start to the weekend.
It's like the highest of the highs and the lowest.
It's like it's thrill of victory, agony of
So
defeat. It is wide world of game of games. Coming up, a little bit of Super Crosstalk next. ESPN 710.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Veris Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
What's going on,
Wow.
Cappy?
It's after Friday.
It
You know what that was like? That was like the Love Boat version of an ohm that I do in my hot yoga class. Like, oh, how long can you hold it? Keep going. Pretty good, Cappy.
Hey, I really like the jerseys you guys are rocking.
Thanks, man.
Those
He's
are-
pretty
those
sweet.
are-
Mario
those
was
are
walking
nice.
around. He I don't know. He's like a Russian nesting doll of
I know,
of
it's great.
jerseys there.
He started taking clothes off
Right?
and handing it to us.
It's great.
Wow.
I got a question for you, Cap.
Talk to me.
So I'm looking at the YouTube right now.
Yes,
you
sir.
are not at your home studio. You're also in the
Correct.
very bottom of the screen. Where are you and what are you doing?
So I am in Las Vegas right now.
Okay.
Because I came up here. This weekend is the Rock and Roll Half Marathon. And people literally from around the world come up here for this event because it's such a cool
Yeah, it sounds
thing to
fun.
do to like run on the strip, you know, to shut down the entire strip on Sunday afternoon and get people to run up and down. It's really a great event. And so I came up here today, actually last night, even though, gosh, Southwest, I don't ever really complain that much about airlines because
Yeah?
whatever.
You
But
fly Spirit all the time, man.
well, I used to fly Spirit from L.A. to Cleveland or L.A. to Pittsburgh
That's a
because
long
those are the
flight.
only direct flights, you know?
Yeah.
But Southwest, the last two times I've used Southwest, they're always late, and I mean really, really, really late. And so I didn't get up here to Vegas last night until about midnight, almost 1 o'clock. And, and then a little Cappy Cast action today, Bergie, down at the at the Health and Fitness Expo, which was kind of a fun thing to do. And if you're looking on YouTube right now, gosh, I would love to tell you that I'm in my Vegas place because where I'm broadcasting from is bomb, but it's not really mine. It's a friend's.
So, wait, are you running? Are you actually running in the half marathon?
So, yes, Marcus, I am, but I'd be lying if I told you I was running the half marathon. I'm only planning on doing the 10K.
Okay.
I've become
That's
a
fair.
10K
That's
guy.
enough.
That's
in
fair.
my old age, I've become more of a
That's not bad.
10K-er.
10K, that's 6 miles.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
I don't know that I could run 6 miles. It would take me. I mean, I could, but it'd be a long time.
I did it on Super Bowl Sunday.
I'd take a lot of breaks.
I told everybody, I go, it's a bad idea. Like when you're
Yeah.
not trained, when you're not like in running shape of any kind, it's a bad idea. Because I ran the 10K on Super Bowl Sunday. Thursday of that week, I was still sore as hell and complaining about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little bit of humble brag. I have run the LA Marathon multiple times, but the first time, I had no idea what I was doing. I just woke up one morning in like October, like this would be a fun idea. And I started kind of just training like halfway with like no real knowledge of anything, and I finished. I ran like the first half, and I think I walked the second half. I was so sore for months afterwards. I wouldn't run across the street if traffic was coming. I was like, you're just gonna have to hit me. Like,
Did
that's
your
all.
toes turn black and blue?
No, that didn't happen.
I heard that people's toenails fall off.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I have heard that. Like I didn't have any of that, fortunately. But literally, I had a second floor walk up apartment, and like getting up and down the stairs was miserable. Like it was not fun.
Wait, Marcus, when you went out and did that, like not really properly trained the first time you did the LA Marathon, and you say you ran half, walked half, how long did it take total?
It took me about 5 hours.
Okay, that's not terrible if you're walking half of it.
Yeah.
And then how many times have you done the LA Marathon?
I've done it 3 times.
Okay, and what's
So
your
you went
best
back
time?
for more.
I did go back for more. My best time was about 4:15.
Okay, that's great. It's very respectable.
Yeah. I do really. I think the first time I did it.
Yeah.
The guy who won set what was then, I don't know if the record still stands, but he set what was then a record. I was calculating about where I was on the course when he finished, and I was like somewhere between like mile 8 and 9. And I was like, by the time I finished, he was probably showered and on a plane back home to wherever.
And by the way, not sore at all.
Not sore in the least.
Right.
No.
Because that was just a little workout for him.
Right.
Yeah. There's a guy who I know. He's you guys may have heard of him. That is, if you have ever heard of a marathoner. His name is Meb Kivlezgi. Have you guys ever heard of Meb Kivlezgi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Meb, many years ago, remember the Boston Marathon bombing?
Yeah.
Yes.
The next year, he went back and he won the Boston Marathon. And I want to say he was like the first American to win the Boston Marathon in like 40 years. Don't quote me on the exact numbers. But it was a team effort of American runners to say one of us is going to win the Boston Marathon the year after the bombing, because the fact is Americans don't win these things. I mean, you come from a certain part of the world when you win marathons, and it ain't the U.S.
Yeah. George Sedano joining us. Have you run any marathons, Sedano?
Only one when I was like a teenager. But I mean, I didn't run the whole thing. Like I walked some of it. But yeah, it was still fun.
Have you guys always been good like distance runners?
Not really.
Like, did you cross country in high school?
No. I played soccer and baseball. That was kind of it for me.
No. I did it honestly just one time to do it because my sister was going to do it, so I figured I'd do it with her. You know what I mean? And that was kind of it. But it was more her thing than it was mine. I just happened to be so young that my legs wouldn't get tired when I was 15 or 16 years old.
George, full marathon?
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever told me that before. Yeah. Wow, full marathon. And did you properly train for it, or did you go out and just
I was just 16 years old. I just had fresh legs.
Yeah.
I never, even when I was in like my best college athlete shape, I was not a distance person.
Yeah.
No.
I would just get tired. I was like 2-3 miles. I'm like, we're good.
I never would
Let's wrap it up.
I never would have planned on it. It was literally just one of those things. I mean, I was probably 22, 23, and it's just like I woke up one morning. I'm like, it seems like a fun idea, and I was like, I'm just gonna start running like after work and on weekends, and like I just build up from there, and like. I mean, like now, in the other 2 times I ran it, I actually did a real training program to kind of get myself ready. This was just me like goofing around trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I feel like
no thanks.
Momo. Here's what I think though. I think that you could do it. It's just like for me, I'm slow and steady. I'm not breaking any records. I'm not gonna brag about my time.
Like I was quick. I was fast. I'm good at the sprints. Like when I would train in the off seasons, like I would do that. I'm not distance. Even playing soccer, like I had to move progressively like further and further back on the field because I just didn't have the distance. Like I started off as a forward, then I moved to the midfield. That was way too much running. Then I moved to like the backfield, and then I was a sweeper. But yeah,
I'll say my one piece of advice for anybody who is thinking about running a marathon is just keep moving. Like don't
don't stop.
Don't stop because like the first time I did, I would watch people like go for water, like just sit down on the sidewalk, and I'm like, if I sit down, I'm never getting up again.
Oh no. Yeah, when I did it, I walked a decent, like not a decent chunk of it, some of it. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I never stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the whole key. Is one foot in front of the other. The saying goes, inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's hard. So if you just go inch by inch and you just put one foot in front of the other, no problem. You got it. You can do it. Momo, it's mental.
Kobe used to say that all the time, just one foot in front of the other. Control what you can control, one foot in front of the other.
I don't know. My body's not ready for that anymore.
I will tell you.
Oh, I couldn't
back
do it
surgery,
now.
knee stuff. No thanks. I'm good.
I mean, I will
Do
tell
other
you
things.
that, like, when you get to the point where you see, and they always say, like, that point 2 is the hardest part. Like, that's not a lie because it's a mental thing, right?
Yeah.
And I know one of the years I did it, it was that Stadium to the Sea course where you start at Dodger Stadium and you end in Santa Monica, and there was no greater feeling than coming down San Vicente and making the left turn onto like when you see the ocean and you make the left turn onto Ocean
downhill.
Boulevard. Like it's like there's no greater feeling because you're like, this is it. Like I finally did it. It's over.
Yeah.
So Marcus, when was the last time you did it?
I hike, as you guys know, fairly regularly.
Yeah.
So I looked up on my phone average steps for the year, right?
Yeah,
per
how
day.
much?
11,055.
That's good.
Okay, so that's what, about 5.5 miles a day?
Yeah, and they basically say that if you do 10,000 miles a day on average, you've literally walked 70 marathons
For a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me ask you guys this question. Do you find your phone to be accurate when it measures your steps and distance?
No.
Well, okay, like if I was doing a hike or a walk around my neighborhood, it's pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of what I do is like I'll do a HIIT class. I go to the hot yoga class. Like, it can't measure that.
Right.
No, it doesn't measure that,
You
but it does
know?
measure actual steps. Yes.
Right, but here's the thing, George. We walk every weekend, Rachel and I, and we always get done at the end, and we go, okay, how many steps did you have? How many steps did you have? So I'll say, well, I had 10,500. How many did you have? She said, well, I have 10,200. So, okay, there's a small discrepancy in the steps. How many miles does your phone say? Hers will say 4.2. Mine will say 6.4. So is it individual?
Well, how much did you do before you actually got up and walked together?
So I always look at that also, and I didn't do 2 miles more than her before we started the walk. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but if it's only 300 steps, then
I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem accurate to me, my phone. So I'm trying to use my Apple Watch, which I never wear. I don't even have it with me. But when I'm running or walking now, I'm trying to use that to get a more accurate idea of how much I'm actually walking or running. So I'm going to put it on this weekend, and it's a 10K. It's 6.2 miles. So
it better say 6.2.
Exactly.
You've got a baseline here.
You know, on my Aura Ring, you have a thing where you could start recording right when you want it to start recording, like or measuring right when you want it to measure.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to have it running the whole time. Our phone, like, it doesn't know when you like got home from your walk or when you started to walk to where you're starting to walk. Right? That all picks all that up.
Yeah. I just know that, like, when I'm like, you know, I'm an Android Samsung guy, but my wife is an Apple, and the discrepancy in number of steps is amazing because, like, if we're out somewhere, we're together all day and we're, you know, pretty much doing the same things. Like, at the end of the day, she'll be like, well, how many steps do you have? And I'll say, like, oh, I've got, like, you know, 13,000 whatever. I'm like, how many do you have? She's like, it'll say, like, you know, 10,000 or something. Like, we've been together all day doing the same thing. Like, how is it so vastly
Well, if anything,
different?
she should have more steps than you because she's probably shorter.
You would think so, right? But
shorter
no,
people will take more steps to cover the same distance.
Yeah. But it never is like that. I always seem to have a couple thousand more. So I don't know if it's like, you know, Samsung measures distance steps
Are you
differently.
fidgety? Do you move around? Do you like?
I don't think I am.
Pace back and
maybe.
forth a little bit. Yeah.
I don't feel like I am, but who knows?
Marcus,
Maybe.
when was the last time you did the LA Marathon or a marathon?
So I did one in 99. I did it in 01. I think 2002 or 2003. It's been a while.
All right, so your marathoning career is over.
I don't know. So part of me wants to, you know, like when I hit 50, to do one at the age of 50, just like have it be a life milestone sort of thing. But that might mean having to start training like now to get myself in shape.
No, that's just it. It's like I look at all these people that are running these marathons or doing whatever other kinds of ultra endurance events, and they're not pro athletes and they're not winning any money. They're just doing it because they want to do something and challenge themselves. And somebody said to me, they go, well, will you ever do another Ironman? And I'm like, I'm open to it, but I haven't really figured out what is going to motivate me to do it. And I'll tell you, you know, if you're going to do something like that, you got to have 4 to 6 hours a day to train.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I don't have 4 to 6 hours right now to do anything other than work.
Work and sleep. That's about it. Yeah. No, that is a whole thing.
It's like Dancing with Stars. Whenever people go on that, they get in amazing shape because they train like 6 hours a day for that.
You have to.
How long do you have to commit to doing Dancing with the Stars? Like, what's the commitment?
Months, right?
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's a few months, and like you have to practice every day. You have to
for hours every day.
Well, plus you're learning a couple routines like in a week. You know, you got multiple performances, and you got to learn all these routines. Which like if you're a professional dancer, that's your thing. You're used to doing that. But when you come from whatever other acting, sports, whatever, like that's a lot to pick up in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I don't have time for Dancing with the Stars either.
we should do a station Dancing with the Stars, like a Dancing with the ESPN LA Stars or something.
If the producer's listening, you should just like not call you Cappy. Is what you're saying?
I mean, listen, I'd be flattered.
I mean, look, I may have some connections. I might be able to, if you're really interested, I might be able to talk to some people to help you get in there, Cappy.
Yeah. How about Dancing with the non-stars? That would be me.
Dancing with the adjacent stars.
The stars adjacent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Dancing with nobodies. Sounds more like my kind of show.
Sounds creepy.
Oh, fantastic. What you guys going on today, fellas?
I mean, who knows?
It's a Friday with these two.
One thing we do know, though, is this. You ready? So about 2 weeks ago, George was doing a game, Laker game, and I don't even remember who they were playing at this point. And we all, me, Mason, and Bergie, all went over to Crypto.com. So George runs into Jay Moore, and these two are like, oh, Cap's going to be so bummed that he's not here right now. So they take a picture to send me to give me this FOMO.
Jay Moore says, let's take a selfie because Cappy's going to have FOMO. And I said, oh, let's do that.
Right.
And then we did it, and literally, Ramona, you'll know exactly what this is. So it's that, where that kind of like corridor when you're with the double doors and you're heading towards the dining area or whatever in the media area. It was right in front of that door. And then the door opens, and it was Cappy.
Oh.
Right. So these two, so Jay Moore and George are like giggling, like, oh my God, we just took a picture. We were going to send it to you. Right. So now the next thing you know, we're taking a picture. So I saw Jay doing a lot of podcasts this week because he had been back as the SNL 50 weekend last weekend. And, Jay had a short period of time where he was a cast member on SNL. So I saw these podcasts, and I'm like, oh, Jay, I got to hear more about this because I'm getting this in like 30-second clips on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So Jay Moore will be on today during our commercial-free 30 minutes at 5 o'clock where he can tell us about his SNL 50 weekend. And I guess, I don't know if you've heard this story or not, but the way Jay told it on a podcast was he was really excited to introduce Jeannie Buss to Tracy Morgan. And when he introduced Jeannie to Tracy, Jeannie said to Tracy, oh, you got to come out for a Lakers game. And Tracy said to Jeannie, are you a Laker dancer?
Oh, my gosh.
You know what? That fits. That tracks with Tracy Morgan.
Yeah?
That seems to track.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been great if she would have answered, no, I own the Laker dancers.
No, that's not. She'd just be like, uh-huh.
She would just, I
no,
feel like she
apparently
would just
Jay
sort of
says she
downplay.
cracked up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I can see her laugh. I can see her like just move it along.
Yeah.
She keeps it moving.
That's funny.
So we'll have Jay, and we'll find out a little bit more about that.
Dude, fantastic. Guys, enjoy the show. Momo, it's been great.
Yeah.
Good to hang out.
It's
It was
our
fun.
first show together.
It was good.
I was excited.
Hopefully they'll let us do it again.
Yeah.
If Dad leaves, gives the keys to the car.
What do you think, Greg? Thumbs up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. That seemed like fine.
No.
That sounded like
I'm ready to go home. It's Friday.
Yeah.
I know it is a
Friday.
little bit late. We got traffic. Let's go.
Sedano, Cappy, guys, enjoy it.